Welcome in, Tom,
Mike,
AM,
in the PM.
HUDRadio.com. We're live from the BMW of Atlantic City Studios like we are every Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night we are brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make him yours, Gibson Mayer, LLC. Find him on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Tom Arnone, Michael Mataraki, Greg Milakovic, Rob Povey on the ones and twos. Heavy draft tonight. We'll get into a few things later on. The Flyers holding the overall number 2 pick in this weekend's NHL draft. So we'll break down some of that on who we think they'll take, what it looks like at 2. Does Hexy maybe trade out? I don't know. A lot of trades talk. So trades are on the table, boys. We got to talk some Phillies roster shuffle. Gomez, Saunders designated for assignment. Milner, Perkins up. Talk a little about Nick Williams, Alfaro still being down there. What kind of other options do they have for these other big leaguers? Cameron Rupp, like we talked about before we came on, and why is Daniel Nava here? Really? You know what I mean? We were trying to build. Why is Daniel Nava a part of the build? Like, hey, he's hitting okay for Daniel Nava. Whatever. We'll get into that later on in the show. But also, Mike, Greg, they'll give you their top 10 in Thursday night's NBA draft. I'll dissect, crush, or agree. Agree?
I like the dissection.
Or disagree. Anyway, you want to slice it? We'll talk about that. But our poll question and our main topic at hand, with the Sixers trading up to the number one, presumably, and we talked about this before the show, I said just draft, but we're going to leave presumably in, draft Markelle Fultz.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, do you believe that the process is complete? Yes, no, not sure. Brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. So right into it. We'll answer all your questions out there. Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. HUD Radio is where you can find us. Chime in. We'll read it off on air. And if we don't like it, it could be a crush. But let's go.
Like we always do.
Like we do. So, yes, no, or not sure to the poll question, boys. Rob, I'm a jackass, by the way. Could you just turn my headset volume down? Because I'm a problem. I'm hot in my own head right now. So, yes, no, not sure. We're trading up to number 1 to get Fultz, presumably. Do you believe that the process is complete? Yes, no, not sure.
I'm going to go not sure.
I'll defer to Mr. Milakovic.
I'm going to go not sure, and only because it's Brian Colangelo. Who knows what truly is in this guy's mind? So, does he even have a process, first of all? And now, real quick side nugget. All these Sixers fans now coming out saying, the end the process. Go back to your hole. You gave up on the process when it first started. So, anyway, I'm back.
For the frauds, you're saying?
For the frauds.
Yeah,
for the frauds out there that
out
gave
there.
up on there, right?
There's wagon jumpers.
Now we got the number 1 pick, blah, blah, blah. But again, I don't trust Brian Colangelo, especially drafting-wise. So, until they actually win, the process is still going on because, again, it's a process. There's got to be a plan. Does Brian Colangelo continue what Sam started, or does he do what Daddy and the NBA want him to do and totally tear it down and try to win the way the NBA wants you to win as opposed to how you should win?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think trading up – listen, nobody's been a bigger Colangelo hater and had more issues with what I thought he wasn't doing and how I thought he was breaking down some of what Hinkie built up. Now, listen, do I got to give the guy some love after trading up to number 1 and going to get his guy and getting him for not a lot, in my opinion? I give him an A++++++, okay? That's what I give him now. Now, to your point, what else does he do? But honestly, what else does he really have to do right now? Because the pieces are in play. It's at the end of the day, listen, my hatred for Colangelo at times and me not wanting him to be here because I loved Hinkie, I still have to – it's players still win. So the health of the players is going to determine, in my opinion, and yes, no, maybe, not sure, is it's not complete until the process himself is fully healthy and complete.
Yeah.
Right now. Now, adding Fultz and Simmons and Dario really, to how I feel is that even if Embiid wasn't never healthy, you got a good core here too.
Now,
you need Joel, but you got a good core. So I like going up and getting them. Is all my point is, and I'll get to yes, complete or not.
Well, no, and that's fine because for me the answer is yes. The process as we know it, # trust the process. The process is complete. The minute that they traded up to number 1, that completed the process. You have Embiid, you have Simmons, you have Saric. Presumably, you'll now have Fultz. You've got Furkan Korkmaz still overseas, and you've still got first-round draft picks that are owed to you. That was the process. The process was gaining assets to be able to improve your team through the draft and still have pieces left over to make moves that you want or need to make. But do I think, big picture, they're done? No, because now they have to start a new process. They now have to start the process of winning. So I think Sam's process is complete. Now Brian's process and Brett Brown's process has to take over. And you know what I said to you the other night when you tossed a little love BC's way. And I said, don't think for 1 second that this doesn't have his father's fingerprints on it and maybe a little bit of Sam Hinkie's fingerprints. Because I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere along the way Josh Harris reached out to Sam or vice versa, and there was just maybe a little backhanded comment thrown out there that said, hey, you got the number 3 draft pick and all these assets that I got you. Use them wisely.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to think he did, but I don't think Josh Harris is smart enough or cares enough besides what's in his pocket at the end of the day here with the Sixers. I'm not a Josh Harris guy, so I don't think
I'm not a Josh Harris guy at all.
I don't think that scumbag's even smart
You
enough.
go back to the Devil's Roll.
To even reach out to Sam. And
I don't know if Sam answers the phone either.
Nah, and, Palo Alto's a nice place this time of year.
They're still paying Sam, so he kind of has to answer the phone. But
does he? As long as the checks come in every other week or however they handle it, I'm not answering shit.
Pay the
I
host.
might be calling you. I could be on the phone with you real quick. But, no, I mean, does it have some daddy on it? Probably, of course. I mean, you would assume. I mean, they've been tied at the hip from day one. I mean, Daddy got him his first gig with Phoenix back in the day. Okay? So we know how they're tied at the hip. And father, son, I mean, maybe rightfully so. Good or bad or indifferent, however you feel about it. But to your point, it's complete. And, yes, you need to start winning. Of course. Nothing, you just don't. I think they can win 45 games.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right? And if you sign me Gordon Hayward and you really stamped that the process is over, because I did this last night, I'm not going to waver from it. The process is over when you stamp me a guy in free agency and you show me that I'm willing to spend some dollars on a position that, of course, is a need.
Sure.
When you can get Gordon Hayward. So stamp that stamp of approval, and then I'll let everybody know that, in my opinion, the process is then officially complete because you told me that now the tank is officially over. That's what you're telling me by that.
No, I like that. That's the sign. When they're willing to go out and spend money on a free agent to complete this roster, you're spot on, Tommy. That's the sign.
That's
shows, like the fucking bat signal.
Yeah,
not
sign in Center City. We know we can all run out of our houses. We're saved. He's here.
Shine a big GH for Gordon Hayward up on the center.
And shit, he might as well be Batman what he did with Utah to get them even in the playoffs, right?
But not only that, yes, I agree, but also the willingness for someone to come here.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. It's enticing, Simmons, Embiid, Saric, number 1 pick, whoever it is.
Fultz. Go ahead.
It's Fultz, right?
He's going to keep playing this. I like it.
I'm going to play it up. It is. But it's enticing, and that's what Hinkie was building. He was building that foundation of young, controllable, cheap studs that then now this max guy or these 2 max guys or even 3 max guys can come in and play with.
Yep.
That was the whole plan. And it was derailed because we never got the right number 1 pick. The process could have started a couple years before. Think of how different it would be if we had Wiggins.
Or Wiggins.
Or
Never forget.
Karl Anthony Towns as opposed to Jaleel, right? All these things happened because the NBA was screwing the Sixers.
Right.
So anything changes. Now the process changes, and now it goes on. Maybe Sam's still here.
I mean, listen, if we get, the number 1 pick conveniently comes the day Sam leaves.
The
what I mean?
Sam leaves,
we
get
get
number 1 pick.
Now we'll give it to you.
Right.
We're going to throw Jerry and Brian a little bone.
Exactly. Just like they threw Cleveland a bone 3 years in a row.
So some chiming in. Michael Klinkoff, no, still young, need a leader, which I think that's Embiid and Dario right now, if you're asking me.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Leaders.
Until you sign
a Hayward.
your Hayward or whoever.
Malik Blaylock, what's up, Malik? Yes, trust the process is now. Trust the progress. Like that.
I like it. I like it a lot. It's a good call, Malik.
CJ McKenna, is that a Pennsbury State champs tee?
It is.
What else would he be wearing today?
I got to represent today.
Malik again, in hashtag Brian we trust. He's been a big Brian guy.
Stop
he has
it.
from the guy. I mean,
Yeah, I don't hate Malik for being loyal, but
Hey.
I don't trust Brian.
I don't trust him completely yet. Nope. Just trading up to number 1 doesn't make me fully fall in love with you.
No,
I need to see. Like I said, I'm going to continue to say, I need to see, to Mike's point, then the bat symbol in Center City. You signed a big time free agent of some sort. Because I think Gordon Hayward's a perfect fit because I don't think he's a me guy. I don't want to go sign a guy to a max money. Listen, I want no parts of freaking Jimmy Butler, no matter what the masses say, just in general as a basketball team, if I'm building one. I don't want Jimmy Butler. I don't want Paul George. He said what he had to say in Indiana. He threw teammates under the bus. What the hell do I want you? So that's why I like guys like Dario and Joel because they're team guys. Gordon Hayward, to me, is a free agent that I like to bring in because I didn't see me ever in Utah.
Well, and with Gordon Hayward, he's the perfect fit because if you look at the way that the roster is designed right now, if they were to run a starting lineup out there today or tomorrow night, let's say, and it's Embiid, Dario, Simmons, and Markelle, presumably, then you need a 3. And Rocco's the guy right now, but Rocco is a defensive 3 who shoots the jumper.
Yeah, stay out of the pictures too, homie.
You know.
You know what I mean? Know your role. All right,
And
Rocco.
what the hell was he wearing?
And what kind
I
of
don't know.
haircut
What is
was
that? I was thinking that today.
What was the hair? What was the hair?
Today.
What was the hair?
Oh, what is that?
But to that point,
fire your barber.
You plug Gordon Hayward in at the 3, and then you have Rocco coming off the bench as that defensive 6th man who could fill it up from the outside a little bit. It's a much better fit. And now all of a sudden, not only is his team a passing team and a team that can score, they're a team that can score upwards of 100, 105 a night, and they're going to play defense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Gordon Hayward, to me, takes this from a playoff team to a 4-5 seed, maybe more.
Oh shit! I think he takes you to
the
a
East. It's the
I think
East,
I think you can write in a 3.
I mean, I think 3. I mean, 4-5 is I mean, that's conservative.
Well, they're
because you got Boston.
They're not going to be better than
Cleveland,
Boston, Cleveland, Washington,
and Washington.
Listen, I think Hayward. If you bring Hayward in, this is a better basketball team than the Celtics. It's mismatch problems all over the place for Boston. Yes.
I'm not going to give you. I'm not going to give you the no. I just want to see it on the court. First.
Yeah, I mean, I
agree.
I just think they're too young.
I agree with you, but yeah, they could.
I just think they're too young.
Sometimes being young, you don't know better.
You're right.
Just go play ball.
You're right.
Was Joel look too young when he played last year?
No.
All right.
But that's one guy.
You stop it. That's one big man.
Oh, he's a big man.
Don't I said it's one guy. That's a franchise changer right there. That's not just one guy. He's just not a guy that falls off a goddamn tree. He's not an apple. Okay? He's like, I don't even know, the most rare form of lion. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just saying like a rare. He's rare. Them guys don't happen
you're right.
with that kind of athleticism when you're 7'2".
I just want
to see the things you can do. It just doesn't happen.
I just want to see Markelle Fultz steal Isaiah Thomas's lunch.
Oh no question.
Couple times.
They're better than Washington with Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
So they could be 3's conservative. 4. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Cool.
Randy Averman. We'll get to he had a Vegas Golden Knights question. We'll get to that later on in the show.
We have our resident hockey expert on the 1s and 2s.
Pop Martinez, what's up, fellas? What vets do
What up, Pop?
He said, what vets do we go after in free agency? JJ Redick, Hayward, who would I
stop there.
He said, I'm
good with those 2.
I can't read what he's saying. Just to name a few. Millsap, so he just threw out 3 of them.
We talked about Millsap last week.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Well, it had to be the right thing for me for Millsap.
Right.
Redick, I'm okay because he's going to come off the bench, or he'll do like he did in L.A., where he was a starter to stretch the defense and then, played sparingly for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I'm okay with Redick, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not bat symbol, but
No.
I'm okay with it, right?
No, it's definitely not bat symbol.
No.
But we could potentially go McConnell, Redick, Stauskas, Dario.
What's that? You're all defensive team?
No, all white boy team.
Look, I'm trying not to drop race into it, all right?
Hey, it is what it is.
Well, Darius European, he don't count.
My man.
Alex Ocasio, bring Kyle quarterback if you can get him for the right price. Would be a great role player off the bench. I don't know, man.
He didn't do anything in Cleveland.
Yeah,
though.
if you can't hit shots with the
impressed me.
King, who are you hitting shots with?
I mean, he was real good in Atlanta where he could just be like a bit player on an okay team. But when Cleveland needed him, he got real small.
Yeah,
they shriveled.
Real small.
Yeah. And like you said, if you can't play with the King, who are you going to play with?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't help you.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, who else do I name?
You got a chance to play for a ring.
Well,
Your whole career, you got a chance to play for a ring, and then you came out short.
Well, speaking of the King, I'll throw out the little bit to you guys that I dropped on social media the other night with these rumors swirling that there may be a 3-team trade involving the Sixers, the Cavs, and the Pacers that would ultimately have Paul George winding up in Cleveland, Kevin Love winding up in Philly, and a bunch of guys going to Indiana. Do you want Kevin Love on this team?
Nope. No. Don't want any parts of him.
Nope.
Where's he going to play?
You know, honestly, I don't have a problem with it. I have no problem with Kevin Love as a stretched 3 on this team.
If I'm going to pay the money,
that's a big 3 too, and that gives you a size advantage over just about every other team in the East.
But if I'm going to pay the money,
that's where you're playing Simmons though, at the 3.
No, you're going to have Simmons as your primary ball
Well,
handler.
right, but I'm saying on the defensive end, he's going to be a 3.
Right.
So where does Love fit in?
Well, you go Love 4, and then Dario's going to have to cover 2s.
Dario can't cover.
It's doable. It's tough, though. It's a tough match.
Listen, why would I pay the money for Love when I can just pay a little bit more for Hayward at this point?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not knocking it down. That's just like, why would I give up pieces to take on that contract
and then help everybody else?
Yeah, and help everybody else and give up another pick and somehow, or give up a player I don't want to.
Is this 2 years ago and we're not this close?
And he's 26.
Well, I know,
and I'm in.
Well, they're talking about it. If the players go that they're saying would go, it would be Ja and TLC. So it frees up salary.
But
we'll see. I mean, it's right now. It's just rumors.
But like, I don't understand. Like, all right, Ja, I get. Like, I'm not saying Ja, but TLC, he was a surprise.
He was a surprise.
And
he's a nice player.
He's a benefit to you. So he's under contract. He's cheap, and he plays defense.
Agreed.
Those guys you don't get rid of.
No. So I'm not. Yeah, Kevin Love's out of the picture for me.
Right. I mean, Ja.
I think that's Colangelo.
I recently heard Ja to the Bulls for 16.
Well,
and then we potentially get a shooter.
Yeah, but I think
along the same lines, Wilson had heard a rumor that it was Ja and TLC to the Bulls for Butler to the Cavs, and then Love back here. So a lot of Kevin Love talk.
I don't like it.
I don't hate it. I do think there's better ways to go. But if October 31st rolls around and Kevin Love's on this team, I'm not going to be pouting about it.
Yeah, I just think you have a logjam then. You have a logjam because you have 3 of the same type of players in Dario, Kevin, and Simmons. Now, sure, every one of them is a little bit different than each other, but they all play that same stretch 3, stretch 4 position. You can only play two at a time.
I had no problem bringing Dario off the bench.
I mean, that's an option. It's definitely an option. I just don't at this point.
Not for Love for me.
At this point, though, I'm not doing it for Love. Yeah, exactly.
And that's fair.
Yeah, I'm not, because I just
Again, 2 years ago, when we didn't have this, and we were still building, sure, absolutely.
Tommy, here's one in your wheelhouse. Jacob Loss on YouTube throws out Dario and Okafor for Kristaps.
No, stop it. Get the hell out of here.
Nope.
With that nonsense and that bullshit.
I
know I'm not like calling him out, but I hear it too much, and I'm like, why am I trading a tough-nosed player? A player who fits this city, a guy who plays defense, a guy who can do a little bit of everything, for a guy who now Phil Jackson doesn't want, and couldn't win anything, couldn't even win games in the East with Melo, right? And not saying Melo is the greatest thing in the world. I'm just making a point, right? And he didn't want to play here from the get. He didn't want to come here from the get.
Yeah,
I want him.
I still
Dario came over for us.
You still, obviously, you still don't because you know what happened.
Dario wants to be here
at the draft. At that time, I still take Ja over Kristaps because you knew what you were getting.
Yeah, at the time.
You knew what you were getting.
At the time, right.
Again, now, yes, hindsight. He probably does fit pretty nice here, but I still don't want him. I think
same concept though. Take Dario out. Do you go Ja and one of next year's first rounders? for Kristaps?
No, because I don't. And again, it just comes down to if you get rid of Ja, you're getting rid of Ja to take out that logjam at the bigs,
Right.
the 4 and the 5. So then why would you bring back another big?
Well, you figure you're going to need basically 2 at each position, right?
Yeah, but
So you figure if Ja goes, your centers are Embiid and Holmes. Your 4s are still just Dario and who?
and Holmes.
Well, if Holmes is backing up Embiid, you need somebody to back up.
Yeah, but that's what the draft for. That's why you have 4 second-round picks.
Well, second-round picks in the NBA are useless.
Yes, they are for rebuilding teams, but they're gold for teams that are a piece away because they're non-guaranteed contracts. So you can take guys, their contracts aren't guaranteed, so when you need to save money, goodbye, but they're guys that fill roles.
All right, it's a fair point, but I know we looked at this, I want to say about 6 weeks ago maybe. I think there's 5 second-round picks that are currently like more than bench players in the NBA right now. And like the most notable is probably Draymond Green,
right,
maybe and Manu Ginobili. But realistically, like if you get any more than a deep bench player out of the second round, like you found something. So
Oh yeah.
Well, in the one draft, we essentially found 2. You had what's his name? KJ McDaniels, who you flipped for something, so you got something out of his second-round pick. Whether he's flopped or not, you got something out of him.
True.
And then who was the guy we traded last year? I'm blanking on his name.
the small forward that we traded for Ilyasova, yeah.
Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy Grant.
All right, Chris.
Those are guys that produced for you.
Chris McCall, here's a thought for you guys. There has not been one bust at the guard position since before AI got drafted. If a guard gets that highly touted, he goes number 1. He is pretty much a sure thing. Interesting. Gabriel Serrano. What about bringing Iggy back? Sean Malls. Greg will disagree with anything you say, LOL.
Thanks,
We have plenty of money.
Malls, happy Father's Day.
Well, can we address that Iggy question real quick? So the Iggy question, Kevin Durant is actually opting out of his contract in Golden State to re-sign for more years and less money per so that they can actually throw more money Iguodala's way. Because KD actually recognizes the value of having him
on defense.
And I think we did here. It was just Billy King didn't.
Well, Billy King's a jabroni.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, I think any sports Sixers fan knew that Iggy was better served as a 2 or 3 option as opposed to the max dollars that Billy King gave him.
Austin Cass, I think Iggy would be a perfect fit for the Sixers, a veteran player. He was a perfect 6 man for the Warriors, like we all talked about.
Right.
Rather have him than Love. Pop Monez, Iggy wants $20 million a year. Not doing that. Other teams are willing to pay him that, not us.
Agreed.
If it's not Hayward and Redick, I'll pass. Completely agree.
Fair enough.
Donald Watkins, leave Love out of the picture. Do not send him to Philly. Pop Monez about Ilyasova. Talk Sova wouldn't be bad. Gabriel Serrano, I'm digging the JJ move. Scroll down a little bit.
Comments are flowing tonight.
Gabriel Serrano, what do you think about Lowry move before Fultz move? I didn't want any parts of Lowry.
No.
I thought that was a Band-Aid to, saying, okay, I'll bring you in for a couple years, but I'm going to pay you way too much money, and I'm still going to need a guard at the end of the day.
Yep.
So
if they were drafting Josh Jackson, I may have considered it, but now I don't think so.
Chris Ficola, trade for Ryan Anderson. He is on the block and wouldn't steal that much minutes from Dario.
Interesting.
And Gabriel Serrano said he heard Anderson and Beverly.
Does Houston let him get away, though?
No, but there is talks about him and Beverly. They're trying to move because they're trying to free up space for. They're trying to bring somebody in.
I'll tell you what, though.
They need someone with Harden.
Right, but here's the thing. Like, Beverly, nice player. Anderson, nice player. The two of them combined, one nice player. Like, the asking price for them is just going to be way too high.
Yeah.
I think Houston is going to price themselves out of the game on that one.
Well, here's a question. First, not a question, a statement. Chris Ficola. We don't need another star. We just need a solid vet to just bridge the gap until our stars are ready. Now, I don't think we need like a top 5 player or a top 10 player, but I'm not against a top 15, a top 20.
So you're saying Gordon Hayward's not a top 10 player?
No, listen, you could argue he's not. I would say, for argument's sake, he's somewhere between 8 and 15.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you're in that
Depending
range.
on who
you're in that range.
Depending on who, we get all into it. But,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. We're not going to do that
Sure,
one.
no.
But I think he's anywhere from 8 to 15. So, just saying he's 15, would I not take a top 15 player in this league?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's doing.
No, I think
it's got to be the right fit, too.
That's the
thing,
biggest
and he's
key.
a fit.
We got a comment over here. DNatural100. How about Otto Porter? It's a name we talked about a little bit last week.
Yeah.
We like him, but he's restricted. We don't think Washington's going to let him get away.
At least for cheap.
I think that the Sixers would have to offer him a max deal for Washington not to match, and he's not worth max money.
No.
It's a good name, though, and it's a good comment.
Gabriel Serrano, right? We don't need a rental player. We need someone who's going to be a voice in the locker room.
Sure.
Well, there's Gordon Hayward, leader in Utah. Again, took a Utah team that's not even close to a playoff team without him into the Western Conference playoffs. That's all you need to know about that guy. Donald Watkins, Embiid, Simmons, Hayward, Saric, Saric. Sorry. Let me not get crushed over the European bullshit again. Fultz. Did I mess up Embiid, Simmons, Hayward, and Fultz? No.
Nope.
Messed up the goddamn European. How's it spelled? How's it spelled?
Sark.
And I don't even know how it's said anymore now because I think we said it too many different ways.
Just imagine an H on the end. Sarich.
Sarich.
It's like my last name. I always get an H at the end of mine. It's not there.
Paola. Paula. Barbarin. Bring Kyle Korver back.
No.
Austin Cass. Hey, we're going to the Celtics. Possibly.
We talked about that a little last week. Yep.
But isn't Stevens out the door? There's rumors of Stevens being out the door up there.
Nah, there's no way.
That's tough.
Here we go. I got Jacob Bloss chiming in again. Would you guys like to see Danny Green on this team, and what do you think we give up? I like Danny Green a lot. I just think you'd have to give up too much to get him. Nafis Connix, we just need a better bench. Starters are in solid shape. Agreed.
The thing with a Danny Green, and you see it with Bellinelli, who just got traded, from Charlotte to Atlanta in the Dwight Howard deal. That system in San Antonio, yes, there's a partial of it here because of Brett Brown.
Right.
But that system in San Antonio is molded so that these guys, there's no pressure on these Patty Mills, these Danny Greens, the Bellinellis, the Ginobilis. Like, when they come in, there's no pressure there. So they can play free and they can be themselves. Now, when they go to somewhere else, now all of a sudden there's pressure and they stink.
Right, but if they came here and you have Embiid, Simmons, Sarich, and Fultz, and they don't have to be the man.
Oh, sure. But it's still the coaching, the way of coaching. Now, sure, again, we're a little bit different because we have that pop tree.
Right.
We're out of that pop tree. But is exactly what Brett Brown does exactly how Pop does it?
No, of course not.
No. So it's part of that culture down there, and I hate using that word culture, but it's part of that culture down there that
little Chip Reedism.
Yeah.
Chip Reedism.
That makes these guys be able to play there and be able to play at that level. Because you see it not only here, but going everywhere else. They struggle sometimes.
Hold on, I gotta stop. I gotta
Go ahead.
hold the telephone.
You got somebody you got to rip there?
Time
Michael
out.
Jason Wass, buddy of mine. Gordon Hayward, a top 15 player? Question mark. Are you crazy? Are you crazy that
Are
he's
you,
not?
Michael, are you
crazy?
crazy?
That he's
Are
not?
you crazy?
You don't think he is?
No.
I
I agree.
Whoa.
We just said
I know, but that's why I got confused.
we said
I got
he's a
confused by your
top 8
tactics.
to 15.
I didn't understand your tactics for a second. Wait, yes, he is.
Yeah,
Even if
he
you wanted to
absolutely
say he's 15, then I'll agree with you at 15.
He absolutely is. I mean, if you're not a top 15 player, you're not the number 2 free agent on anybody's list.
Right.
Exactly. You don't take a bad Utah team again for the 20th time.
Didn't they
to
win
the
a
playoffs.
series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they won a series.
Yeah. With Rodney Hood?
Yeah.
I mean, who you're rolling with? That's,
Yeah,
that's in
Rodney
your
Hood.
holster?
I'm sorry, Rodney Hood
stop.
and Rudy Gobert
And-
not
yes,
winning
stop.
a series.
And Alex
And Rudy got hurt, too.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't Rudy get hurt? Come on.
I mean,
Don't tell me he's not.
He played through it, but yeah, he did get hurt.
He's top 15.
Austin Cass, Hayward can be in the top 15. Definitely not top 10, but I can see him at 14 and like, I'll agree with that.
right. That's fine.
I said 8 to 15. Anywhere you want to put him. Some people might put him a little higher. That's why I gave him the stretch up to 8, gentlemen. Jump on board with me here. How do you guys, Gabriel Serrano, how do you guys feel about the Sixers holding out Simmons out of the summer? Like, I don't care. He played in it last year. He got his taste. Let's go.
I'm with you like 95%.
How's it not 100?
No, I just want to see him go up and down the floor like 2 or 3 games.
Go up
That's
and
it.
score floor in preseason.
No,
Why do you need Summer League?
I just
Stop it.
I
Stop it.
I
Let him
haven't
go up
seen
and down the floor.
I just haven't seen
No,
him.
no, that's you being selfish.
It is.
Stop being selfish.
And that's why I said 95%.
Okay.
I want to see him for 2 games.
So
and then shut him down.
99.9.
99.9.
All right,
Can I have
we're back.
can I have
We're
a quarter?
back. He's being selfish.
Can I have a half?
It's about Greg now.
Actually,
It's all about Greg.
I'm kind of with him.
I'm all about Mike. You guys are freaking
I
problems.
wouldn't mind seeing him knock the rust off before preseason.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I mean, I'm not saying he's got to go 20 minutes a game.
Isn't the
but-
preseason to knock the rust off? He's going to be practicing. You need him in Summer League against a bunch of jabrones?
I said a game with 2 games.
Why?
max.
Why even let him travel?
Just have some fun.
Have some fun in regular season.
See,
We will.
But I'd do you one better, though. I'd actually play him in Summer League and not play him in preseason.
Now I'm all confused by you two.
Nah, see, he's got to play preseason because preseason you got everybody. There's no JoJo in summer league. He's playing with. You're all right. He's playing with a bunch of jabronis, but I still want to see him. I just haven't seen him in a while. I want to see that the foot is okay for like 2 games.
You need a little FaceTime?
I need a little FaceTime.
Little FaceTime with Ben?
Little Skype action.
You saw him play in the summer last year, though. So
And
you
he
got to
He
taste.
didn't look good, though.
No, he didn't.
Stop. Let's.
All right, moving on.
I'm not going
Now
to
we're-
hate it. I don't
now we're
hate that
nervous.
he's not.
Now
I
we're
don't hate it.
somebody nervous.
Who's nervous?
No, you guys seem nervous now.
No.
He didn't look good.
No, I'm not nervous.
He looked good at times.
Yeah, these pits are dry. There's no nervousness.
All right. Time will tell. We'll do a lift-up party. Chris McCullough talking about that I can dream about getting Hayward. You know what I mean? I'm a dreamer. He said, oh, me
Well-
too, buddy, but in Philly sports, having high hopes usually ends in failure. Oh, I know.
Why? Well, hold on now. Hold on. Why is that a dream? Sixers got more cap space than they know what to do with. They could easily sign him.
Yeah, true. Michael Jason Wass, again, I'll put Hayward out of the top 15.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever.
Name your 15 above him.
Good talk.
Put him in here.
Well, wait.
No, I want the 15 above him so then we can dissect and have a good conversation. Sean Malls, got to build that chemistry in preseason. Yeah, not summer league.
I didn't say I need them both in Orlando and Vegas. I said
you,
2
you
games.
can blame that one on me. That's fine.
But yes, you're
I'll-
right.
I'll take-
Preseason.
I'll
All
take
right,
the heat
fine.
on that one.
Preseason. We're good.
Christopher Cole was with us in terms of Gordon Hayward being top 15 too. So we're just not 3 jabrones who I like to think that I know a lot about the game of basketball. I think that that's a thing I know. Like I think the only sport that you could say like, Tom, I can stump you on something is hockey. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it'll be stumps. A lot of stumps. And me tripping over some stumps.
Not that this is much of a surprise, but Hector Neris blows another save.
Shocker.
I almost threw this again. Threw it
I left
at the camera. I'm just tired.
I left the house and it was 5-0.
Yeah.
Freaking tired.
You say
You forget it's there sometimes.
he blew a save.
I know, I do.
Yeah.
They came all the way. That's pathetic.
Gabriel Serrano. We're talking about practice, boys. I mean, Alan told you everything you need to know. I don't care about – listen, you know this, okay? I don't care what you do in summer league. I don't care what you do in preseason. I care what you do the second the lights turn on on the big stage. You could be filth in summer league. You could be something special and then stink when the lights come on and it's go time. So, you know what I mean? Let's just – there's no need. And what happens if he gets hurt? What are you doing then?
Then you're going to blame me. That's fine.
I blame both of you. You're not by yourself. Winford Moore with full health. The Sixers can win this division, and make the playoffs.
We'll make the playoffs, yeah. I think they make the playoffs rolling out of bed this year.
They finished second in the division to Boston this year. Next year they win the division.
I think
It's going to take them a year to close that gap.
I think so.
I don't
And
know.
even-
I think
even
if they're
if they-
fully healthy. I think if they're fully healthy, just because of what we see from Embiid, I think they're a force and they could contend with them for.
But here's the thing, though. Is I think
I don't think
even-
I'm being a homer about
No,
that.
I don't think so either. But I think even if they can beat Boston head-to-head, there's other teams that they don't match up well against that they're going to have to get into that flow and learn how to beat them.
Listen, I think we're coming for everybody's asses. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, that's what you hope.
I think for me it's above hope because I saw I've seen enough. Okay, I've seen enough. I know who Dario is. The best player in the league nobody knows about or talks about.
Yeah.
Okay? I know who Joel Embiid is when he's on the court. Okay? Now, Ben Simmons, I know enough of him from college to know the kind of ball distributor he is and playmaker he is. So I'm confident there because he's not coming in with everything on his shoulders. I've seen enough of Markelle Fultz. I'm not Bob Brookover, okay? I've seen enough of Markelle Fultz to know he's flat out buckets in this league. He's walking in and dropping 20 a night. Write it in your freaking journal. It's a stone cold lock.
Can I stop you for 1 second?
Take it to Vegas.
I just want to rip Bob Brookover for a minute.
Yeah, he's a problem.
because here's the thing. When you start a column with, I've never seen Markelle Fultz play a basketball game, turn off your goddamn laptop and don't write the column.
Stop the column.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
It's trash.
They got this little thing called YouTube. Go watch him play a game or 2 or 3 or 10 or his highlight reel. And what the hell? Don't you have cable? Because Washington was on ESPN and Fox Sports 1 about 30 times last year.
Oh, he's in bed. He's in old time.
I live on the goddamn East Coast, and I've seen Markelle Fultz play.
And they lost every game.
Yeah, pretty much, but, you got scrubs around them.
Brookover's a scribe, though. They don't have cable. They're old time.
Hey, but you can never
So
make
what's his internet run on a hamster wheel?
Yeah, he's got to go into the office and plug in.
A lot of buffering.
Dial up.
You can't make the comment that you think they gave up too much because they didn't give up a lot at all. They didn't. No,
if
the process is over.
In comparison, they didn't give up. They didn't give up what you thought you'd have to.
If the tank's over, right?
Right.
They give up nothing essentially.
No, because they didn't give up any of their other picks, and they only gave up one of what was coming back.
If we're going to sit here and talk second place in the East, playoff appearance, that pick means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but
Right.
No, there's no but. There's no but.
No, there is a but.
How's there a but?
There is a but.
Oh, you bought me on this. Bought me on this. Oh, yeah.
Because you're telling me
Sean is right.
A
He's
team.
right.
No, I'm not. But a team like Cleveland or a team like Golden State, yeah, their team's established. But you're telling me they wouldn't like a first-round pick somewhere to go and either trade or have someone under contract that's cheap and controllable for an amount of what's it, 3-4 years is your first contract? So you got someone that's cheap, that's under contract, that now you can go splurge on these other guys to then build it into the salary cap.
Hold on. So you're telling me by losing one
No, I didn't say
first-round pick.
I didn't say it was enough. I'm just saying, is this the draft to do it? Is Fultz that guy?
Well, that's to be determined in terms of what he does on the court.
Right. So, that's my point. What did you have to do it to jump up to 1? Couldn't you just stay at 3 and take whatever fell to you?
Well, take the players out of it for a second, though. Let's think about it just in terms of sheer slots, okay? You gave up a 3 and a future to move up to 1.
Comparatively, you're absolutely right, and I do agree. We gave up nothing comparatively,
and that's how you have to look
absolutely.
at it. You got to take the players out of it.
We didn't give
and
up
just look at the slots.
any of our additional first, our personal first,
right?
And we only gave up one of the 2 that we acquired,
right?
You're right.
I got to come at Brian Leone. Players better than Gordon Hayward: Westbrook, Harden, LeBron, Kawhi, Curry, Greek Freak, the Unibrow, KD, Butler, Draymond, Isaiah Wall, Chris Paul, Paul George, Lillard, Towns, Millsap, nope. Conley, nope. DeRozan, nope. Cousins, I'm going to say no. If Cousins is that good, Sacramento would have been in the playoffs. He would have never been dealt.
I'll give
you can
Cousins,
do numbers,
but take out Butler.
Take out Millsap.
I'll give you Cousins and no Butler then. You're not getting both.
Butler's just a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good list.
No, it's a good list.
It's a real good list, but there's some guys on there that are real debatable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your top white guy, maybe. Yeah, we can go.
From one Italian to another, top white guy, maybe.
But still, I mean, all of the names you listed, he's
in that conversation.
He's still a damn good player in this league. I mean, I don't think anybody's superstar in his ass. I just think he's
an all-star.
Yeah, I mean,
he's an all-star, and it's, you get 24 guys a year that make the all-star team. He's an all-star.
Pop mine as top 30, Brian. LOL, he's a nice player and fits what we have. And Chris Paul isn't better, Chris Vacola says. CP3 is on the downfall and injured.
Big time.
Agreed.
Ooh, we got some backup.
I like the debates going on.
Oh, yes. This is what's fun, boys. I mean,
absolutely.
This is what's great because, you know what I mean? Everybody is going to argue their opinion and think they're right, and that's what's fun about it.
And that's what we do. I got one here. Red Sand. We need to go get Patrick Beverly. Won't take much. Pitbull on the floor. Great veteran leader off the floor. Lockdown D. Hits the 3. Can play on or off the ball. I I like Beverly. He's a nice player. I just don't know what it's going to take to get him. Trevon Patton, we need to pick up at least one good vet to mentor all this good young talent. Bat signal.
Yeah. I'm not so. I'm not a Beverly guy. Again, solid guy, but if you're taking Fultz number 1, what do you need Beverly for? You already have Bayless, McConnell, Stauskas on the bench. Like, those guys are backing up your 1 and your 2.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not saying Beverly's not better than them, but these guys are already here.
They're under contract.
They're
right?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I like Beverly.
Yeah. I mean, you only have so many slots on a team.
He's a bulldog.
It's not a football team where you got 48 guys at dress. So
Steven DeBear, trust the process. Will win as soon as I get there. Woo! Talking about Fultz's comment earlier.
Nice.
Love it. Philip Rosen-Beverly is nice.
Jacob Bloss with another good one here. And listen to this, because I think you guys will like this. If Lowry leaves in free agency and Paul George goes to L.A., that leaves 2 spots open in the playoffs in the East. We can be right behind the Cavs, Celtics, and Wizards either next year or 2. So he's looking 4 seed next year.
We touched on that.
It's basically where we're at. But I like what he's talking about, though, about Lowry and Paul George going west, which is going to open things up even more in the East, and it's a great point.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, because those 2 teams, Toronto and Indiana, Indiana without those 2 guys are definitely going to be a shell of what they were.
You think the Lakers, quote unquote, super team could actually turn out to be Lowry, Paul George, and LeBron?
The Lakers?
Yeah.
Lowry.
Paul George and LeBron.
I don't think they're good enough.
It's not good enough.
I don't think it's good enough.
And the only one that's good enough is LeBron.
Because I would rather have what he has now.
Well, they'll have Lonzo, presumably.
Well, Daddy, too.
And Daddy.
Coming off the bench.
Well, it depends. It depends on what that deal with Paul George is. You would presume that L.A., for taking Paul George, would be sending back 2. So if they're getting George, they probably don't have Lonzo. They're probably banking on, I'm going to take Paul George, I'm going to keep Jordan Clarkson, and I don't need Lonzo.
I'll tell you this, though. I'm if this deal is actually official, and I don't know whether it is or not, like Magic Johnson, the damn genius for getting Timothy Mozgov's salary off of their books, because that guy was just a $16 million a year anvil on their
Brook Lopez
payroll.
is a nice piece. I still can't believe he's a jackass, but I still can't believe they gave up on Russell already.
Oh, I think it's all you need to know.
Yeah. Oh no, there's no doubt.
I didn't like the kid coming out of college, but what was I going to say?
Oh, here, Red Sand again. A couple of seconds to the Rockets will get you Beverly. They want to unload his contract. Simmons and Fultz weakness is D. Beverly is lockdown D.
Well, they say Fultz.
Yeah, we'll see.
On occasion, Fultz is a good defender too.
And then K. Young.
Yeah, but they didn't play defense in the Pac-10, Pac-12.
Well, does anybody really play defense?
Interesting here, K. Young, second rounder. We should get Frank Jackson from Duke. I don't hate it.
No, I mean,
good second round pick.
On Sunday, we talked like Josh Hart, Thorndale from South Carolina, who I really like, and a lot of different ones.
There's the Dorsey kid out of Oregon, the shooter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think LeBron's going anywhere. To the conversations getting tossed around here on Facebook, I don't think he has the balls to do it again. I know we talked about this last Wednesday,
and it was interesting. His comments about Griffin leaving. His comments were interesting to that point. You don't back your GM that just got fired or let go if you're getting ready to roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why would you send that out if you just got rid, or if you're getting ready to roll and it doesn't matter to you at all? Why would you back him up and say, man, we had a good run. Thanks for what you did. You know what I mean?
No, I completely agree with you. But I just don't think he has the balls to do it again.
No, you're right.
To the city and the backlash he would get for it. But then again, I do believe if the perfect situation came up and the perfect fit of players that he really thought he could go win with somewhere else, then maybe. But with having Kyrie, man, I think people really undervalue Kyrie Irving. I mean, I think that, people talk about, he didn't win before LeBron got there. He's a baby.
Yeah.
He was a baby before LeBron got there. That kid's.
Let's go back and look at what he did at Duke.
Yeah, I mean,
he won.
Yeah,
But
a winner.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you give the kid why would I want to leave him? I'm going to try to see what I can bring in to surround me and Kyrie, then go somewhere else where I have to fill in A, B, C, and D.
And bring Kyrie with me.
Or bring Kyrie with me. I just don't say it.
That whole Cleveland thing for a minute. Here's the problem with that squad as they were made up. They thought J.R. Smith and Kyle Korver could be the shooters that they would need to beat Golden State.
LeBron thought that.
They both got real small. Real small.
And we knew that about JR.
And Tristan Thompson is softer than baby shit. So if they actually had anyone in the middle that could rebound,
the big paramedic,
and somebody that could shoot,
Chloe,
it would have been a series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
he was missing like a Adele Ozdova.
Right, but here's the thing: for David Griffin to get fired over that's horseshit, and that's got LeBron's fingerprints written all over it. I don't care what they say.
That's a cop out.
It is a cop out.
That's just like pointing the finger at something. Well, here's the reason, dude. You got to the finals. You didn't get swept in the first round.
And you're going to bring in Chauncey Billups because he's a GM How?
Yeah. Because why? Because LeBron will. Yeah. Because he'll listen to LeBron.
Because he's a good analyst.
Best name in the business, Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey Buckets.
K. Young chimes.
For like 2 years of my life, I called everybody Chauncey. Yo, what's up, Chauncey?
Hey, Chauncey.
K. Young chimes back in, staying on the Frank Jackson tip. He's a sleeper, and we could give a couple future first-round picks for Porzingis. The Knicks.
No. I don't want to.
Look, I love him as a player. I just don't know if he fits, and if he does, do you have to give up too much to get him?
Why do I want to bring in a guy like we talked about earlier who didn't want to be here from the beginning?
Yeah.
You're not going to come into our process, you crump. You didn't want to be here from the beginning. It's like San Diego. Eli didn't want to go there, right? It's like, and then like later on in his, a couple years into his career, like, oh, should we go sign Eli?
Yeah.
No. He didn't want to come from the get. Now, it wasn't as much like, like that as Eli was, but still, it was well reported that he didn't want to be a Sixer. All right, and Dario's a guy who gave up money, more money he would have made to come here. That's a freaking winner. That's a guy I want. That's a building block. You saw everything you need to see about Dario. Get Kristaps Porzingis out of my freaking face. I want to know. I don't want.
On top of it,
bonafide loser.
Once they shut JoJo down for the season, Dario put this team on his back. I mean, let's not forget, this is a team, and I know it's not saying much, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it means a lot. This team tripled their win total from the previous year with their superstar only playing a third of the schedule. The rest of that was Dario.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
There's no doubt about it.
There's no question.
You're going to deal that? I don't want to deal that.
I'm not touching it.
No. That's where I would then start throwing Colangelo off bridges and having bridge toss parties.
Well, yeah.
With the whole family. Over dinner.
Yeah.
However we want to do it.
Phil's go to extras again.
Philip Rosen, Dario, dedicated, Porzingis, bad moves. Right, we're right with Daddy. You. Chris McCall, what if Bron leaves Cleveland and Kyrie already said he wants out if the team implodes? If Cleveland calls and offers Kyrie for several future first-round picks and Dario, would you do?
I mean, now you're getting into like, yeah.
If he wants off the ball, sure. Absolutely.
I mean,
let's back up the train for a second. How does it compare? You got Ben is playing your LeBron role. You move Markelle Fultz into the J.R. Smith role, and then you got Kyrie. It translates.
And you have
they're a little small, but it translates.
No, you're right. It does. It does. And I'm just
Greg, I love that face.
Yeah,
it's like you're almost scared to think about it.
Yeah, because it's so far out there.
Well, the picture I saw online the other day with LeBron in the Sixers uniform, I got to admit, I smiled for a second.
That's more believable than getting Kyrie.
And then smack myself in the back of the head.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be like if it imploded and you wanted out and they needed to get rid of him type deal, and you just came in and said, hey, I got some pieces for you.
And he wants to come play with his boy.
Yeah. So, and the NBA would give them the first pick in the draft, like even if it was like 15th, they'd be like, oh, God, things happened. Brian Leone, we'll talk about this after the break. Adubel is the MLB Javal McGee. How many times is he going to blow through the hold up sign from Samwell? Well, I don't know. At this point, blow through them all. Anything that coach tells you, blow through it. Blow through it.
Eric R. Sup, Mike? Love the show, boys. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mike Cassidy, you think there's an Okafor deal coming?
I do.
This, we'll go to break.
I do. I heard, there's rumors, obviously. There's rumors, but Yeah, it's probably, the Bulls are getting rid of Jimmy Butler, so they're now rebuilding. So they would like a low post scorer, and that is something Ja can do.
Yeah,
he is a great low post scorer, and that's what you draft. You know he didn't play defense. You knew that, so you drafted a scorer because when it gets to the playoffs, you do need him. Now we don't need him as bad as we did when we drafted him because JoJo, we didn't know without him, right? So you needed to back that up.
And honestly, as much as I hate to say it, because Ja was such a high draft pick, I think in the NBA, Rashawn Holmes is a better player than him.
Yeah, he just does. Because he plays defense,
and he's more active. I think.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's dealt. Just and my argument for it would just be they need to see Embiid fully healthy.
I agree,
and they're going to hold on to the piece just to make sure.
But this is Brian's show.
Okay.
This is
if
what I mean.
If Sam was here, he wouldn't get.
You're right.
But I don't think it changes an NBA, a smart NBA GM's thought process, knowing about injuries to the feet actually of your star big men, and knowing that you need some big men in this league that can score down low, and saying, well, what am I really getting back to get rid of an insurance policy for me right now? And if Joel's good by the deadline, then that's a position where then I can move him.
Sure.
So I think you're in a position of power at the big man spot to not move anybody right now and just stay pat with Holmes, Oak, and Jaleel, and see how it plays out in terms of his health. Because if he's still going to be on some type of restriction, you need both.
Sure.
So
I can't argue with your logic. The one thing that I could say
I'm smarter than Colangelo.
Well, there's that. But
who isn't?
The thing that I could say that's pretty telling,
the Gordon
though,
Hayward guy.
is last year when they shut Joel down, Holmes was still getting the majority of the starts, and they were bringing Ja off the bench.
No, but I don't think that changes.
I mean, if you look at it, if you want to create a depth chart at center, he's number 3.
And that's fine, but that doesn't mean you need to trade it.
Because he's number 2 in the power forward spot.
No, listen,
Maybe.
Holmes is better athletically and does more things to protect the rim. He's better defensively, but he's not a better offensive presence than Ja.
Right.
So I just think listen, I like Ja out of Duke. Okay, I thought a big man with post moves and ability to score down low would help. Now I didn't predict his complete laziness and muddish attitude on the defensive end, but at the end of the day, he looks fit right now. Looks like he's in good basketball shape from workouts I've seen of him. Looks like he's trimmed a little bit and realized at the NBA you got to be a little more athletic. Yep. So let's just see. I just don't think you need the deal, just a deal, because you can't have too many big men when your franchise big man has been hurt or a minute restriction.
I don't think you should. I mean, I heard rumors.
Now, if he is, though, that's all you need to know
about him.
The medical side of Joel. Right? It makes sense? So that's so I'm not in Colangelo's room and the doctor's room to know for sure. None of us are to know, hey, is he got a full, clean slate of health right now where there's no restrictions on minutes and he's good to go, blah, blah, blah. That's what we need to find out.
Eric R. with actually a really, really good point here, and it's something to think about. Okafor has to go on this draft night. It's the only night of the year that he will have true value. I don't trust him to increase his value through play.
But while he probably is correct, being on that second unit, he will be the scoring on that second unit for the Sixers. So he will get his minutes. He will get, or not his minutes, he will get his points and his whatever rebounds he gets. So I think he will gain some value throughout the year, especially if, as you say, he is trimmed up. He is a little bit more dedicated. He shows even a little ounce of interest on the defensive end.
And that contract's coming.
And the contract, it's exactly it.
Well, Brian Leon said, you've watched Okafor for how many seasons now? He is what he is. And I think we all agree that he is.
That's what he was out of college.
I think that we all know who he is what he is. I just don't think – I think you just wait to the deadline and just make sure that your big man stays healthy. That's all. Right. That's all my reason of keeping him is. I've seen him. I know who he is. If he's trimmed and he's a little quicker defensively and offensively, then guess what? Maybe after you show him a little bit, maybe that'll increase his value back to around what it was.
Sure.
Right? That's all you're hoping for. Right now, his value's at the lowest.
I just wonder if the kid even wants to be here, to be honest with you.
Well, that doesn't matter because money talks.
Understood.
And when the contract's coming to an end, guys start trimming, looking better, and playing a little bit harder when you know that next contract isn't guaranteed anywhere.
Yep.
Right.
That's all.
And the other thing, too, is you look at what L.A. just got for D'Angelo Russell, which was number 1. Or, no, 2, whatever it was. They got a 20-something pick to trade D'Angelo. So if you can get a mid first rounder for Jaleel, that's value at this point.
Oh, yeah, no question.
That's value.
To me, like, he's a Chicago kid, and I personally, I think he wants to surface somewhere, Chicago, Indiana, Milwaukee.
Get his deep dish.
Yeah.
But
Somewhere in that Midwest.
Back to the Midwest where he's going to be able to either feel more at home or be much more low profile.
And the fans aren't all over him. Because we're a-holes, of course.
Well, why would they not be?
No, because they're in the Midwest. Everyone's nice out in the Midwest.
I actually think he's a real good fit in Indiana.
I don't know where he really is.
I mean, he would be just because you have Miles Turner there playing defense, so then he could be your 4 on the block.
Yeah. Miles Turner's he's definitely a 4. He's playing out of position at 5.
Austin Cass, what about Anderson and the Okafor trade for Ibaka?
I don't hate it.
Who is it?
Anderson?
Justin Anderson.
Right.
And Okafor for Ibaka. I don't see why.
It's just
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's just
Unless
why
Brian's
Toronto
got something
doesn't.
over his head. Jerry's got something over Toronto's head.
Yeah, it's possible.
You got a pick or two? I'll take Ibaka.
Maybe they still owe Brian a little money. They're willing to scrub off the books there. If
Yeah.
deal.
You take this. All right, so you guys, after you read this, you want to take a break?
I was going to say, why don't we go to break now? We'll come back and we'll do our top 10 in the draft.
Mike Cass says Ibaka is a free agent. Is that true?
Yeah. He was on that list last week. We dissected.
I thought he was restricted.
He could have been
Sean
restricted.
Spielman said I would trade Okafor for a set of hair. Nah, brah. I'm
No,
good.
he's better than that.
I'm good, brother. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't need the full head. It's easier.
Can I just throw something out?
Yeah, throw away.
I'm glad I'm not in front of a TV right now because I'd probably put my foot through it. Jose Martinez scores on a pickoff error to third in the top of the 10th. Cardinals now lead 6-5. Yeah. So we either have a catcher that can't make a throw to third or a third baseman that can't catch a ball.
We're officially playing daddy ball. It's officially rec baseball for the Philadelphia Phillies.
It is Markelle
It
Fultz
just became goddamn official. We'll talk about stamps tonight.
Boom.
Stamp that shit. You lose a game. You're losing a game over pickoff.
Where are the fudgies?
Stop playing baseball. Just stop. Stop coaching it. Stop teaching it. Whatever you're doing. Mac,
How about this? When a guy leads, don't throw to the base. When he steals, don't throw to the base. Just play safe. It's unbelievable.
Good old Markelle.
It's a joke, right?
Maron.
It's a joke.
All right,
You can't make this shit up.
Get us out of here, man.
You can't make this shit up. All right, on the other side, we'll still continue Sixers draft talk.
Yeah.
We'll give Greg and Mike, we'll give their mock drafts out. I dissect. Talk about Phillies roster shuffle and pickoffs. And the Flyers holding the number 2 overall pick in the NHL draft this weekend. We'll dissect that a little bit. All that, much more. Tom.
Mike.
AM.
In the PM.
HDRadio.com. We'll continue reading off all your Facebook and YouTube comments. Keep chiming in. We love it. For the fan, by the fan, no agenda radio. This segment was brought to you by, I got to take a breath.
Yeah.
Soap Stash LLC, the new soap standard. Find them on the web, soapstash.com, or right on the book, Soap Stash LLC.
Did we shout out Gibson Mayer?
What do you think I'm doing?
All right.
All right? You guys been doing it for years.
First time.
Yeah.
Well, we came in hot. I don't even know if we got him early.
We got him wrong.
First time, long time.
Jesus Christ. Look, watch tape. Would you watch some effing film,
Watch
please?
the tape.
Watch some film.
You hit them all. I was keeping track.
Thanks, bro. Also by our Wednesday night sponsor, our certified public accountant, Make him yours. Find him on the web, GibsonMayer.com. That's GibsonMayer.com. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of real talk, A2DRadio.com.
Fellas, you ever come in from that baseball or football game and your woman won't come near you because you stink beyond belief? Then you need Soap Stash. You should never settle for a generic hygiene product that only covers up the stench. Treat your skin with the best nutrients. Feel clean with the only soap you'll need. The highest grade carrier oils are ingrained in all of their products, which are 100% natural and terrific for your skin. No sulfates, parabens, or phthalates, and synthetic fragrance free. Contact Soap Stash for your sample package and give your woman what she deserves. You can contact Soap Stash at 844-890-3197 or visit them on the web at soapstash.com or Facebook at Soapstash LLC. Once again, their number is 844-890-3197. Soap Stash, the new soap standard.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located at 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
Tom and Mike, AM and the PM, is brought to you by Gibson Mayer, LLC, certified public accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Mike from Tom and Mike AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer, LLC, certified public accountants. 215-369-3300. Or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's www.gibsonmayer.com.
Tom Arnone, Big Mikey Smalls, Tom, Mike, AM, in the PM, only on A2DRadio.com.
Fellas, you ever come in from that baseball or football game and your woman won't come near you because you stink beyond belief? Then you need Soap Stash. You should never settle for a generic hygiene product that only covers up the stench. Treat your skin with the best nutrients. Feel clean with the only soap you'll need. The highest grade carrier oils are ingrained in all of their products, which are 100% natural and terrific for your skin. No sulfates, parabens, or phthalates, and synthetic fragrance free. Contact Soap Stash for your sample package and give your woman what she deserves. You can contact Soap Stash at 844-890-3197 or visit them on the web at soapstash.com or Facebook at Soapstash LLC. Once again, their number is 844-890-3197. Soap Stash, the new soap standard.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by The Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com.
Fellas, you ever come in from that baseball or football game and your woman won't come near you because you stink beyond belief? Then you need Soap Stash. You should never settle for a generic hygiene product that only covers up the stench. Treat your skin with the best nutrients. Feel clean with the only soap you'll need. The highest grade carrier oils are ingrained in all of their products, which are 100% natural and terrific for your skin. No sulfates, parabens, or phthalates, and synthetic fragrance free. Contact Soap Stash for your sample package and give your woman what she deserves. You can contact Soap Stash at 844-890-3197 or visit them on the web at soapstash.com or Facebook at Soapstash LLC. Once again, their number is 844-890-3197. Soap Stash, the new soap standard.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by The Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, is brought to you by Gibson Mayer, LLC, certified public accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Mike from Tom and Mike AM in the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer, LLC, certified public accountants. 215-369-3300. Or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's www.gibsonmayer.com.
Tom Arnone, Big Mikey Smalls, Tom, Mike, AM, in the PM, only on A2DRadio.com. Welcome back, Tom,
Mike,
AM,
in the PM.
A2DRadio.com, live from the BMW of Atlantic City Studios, like we are every Wednesday night. BMW of Atlantic City, we're off exit 37 of the Parkway. Find them online, BMW of AtlanticCity.com. Every Wednesday night, we're brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make him yours, Gibson Mayer, LLC. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Tom Arnone, Michael Mataraki, Greg Milakovic, Rob Hoby on the ones and twos. We started to show off NBA draft, Sixers, 10-9-8. And our poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. With the Sixers trading up to number one to presumably draft Markelle Fultz, do you believe that the process is complete? Yes? No? Not sure? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. We'll get in a little Flyers, number 2 overall pick in a little bit. Phillies roster shuffle. And we'll get into Mike and Greg's predictions on the top 10 in the NBA draft.
Yeah, real quick, Tommy. I'm not going to read off all of them, but on the YouTube chat, some interesting stuff here. Okafor should have been moved. He doesn't fit here, and he's not going to pan out until he gets somewhere he fits. A couple people think that we should have traded back to 5 and 10 instead of up to 1. A couple people saying that D'Angelo Russell would have been a great fit here, and LA screwed us by taking him. Devin Booker would have been a nice fit. Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of nice fits, but
dropping 70 does that to a guy.
I mean,
Pop would be a nice fit as a coach.
but I love
Just saying.
I love the conversation. I mean, during the commercial, a lot of stuff going around the YouTube chat room, and keep it up, guys.
I gotta move the camera.
Great stuff.
I'm sorry, I gotta move the camera. Talk amongst yourselves. Start giving out your top 10s in the draft.
You talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourself. Let's swing around. Say hello to the people.
All right, so Mr. Milakovic,
Yes,
I will let you start with your top 10 if you want to go team and pick. Just go right down the list.
Well, it's no secret I am a Josh Jackson guy. So
Okay.
Josh Jackson is my number one guy on the board.
To the Philadelphia 76ers.
To the Philadelphia 76ers.
Ooh.
Obviously, that's not happening because Markelle Fultz pretty much said that today in his media scrum.
Okay.
But despite certain people thinking that I'm an idiot and I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Who are them people, Greg?
I don't know.
Oh, I can name a few.
But we keep throwing out this name that we want to stamp, put him up in Batman lights, right? Gordon Hayward. What position did Gordon Hayward play?
He's a 3.
The 3. So you obviously have a need at 3, at small forward. So to say Josh Jackson is a stretch at 1, it might give you a stretch at 1. But to say it's totally off the wall idea, come on now. I'm not that dumb. I see Josh Jackson topping out as a Kawhi Leonard type guy. A guy similar type of college game that they played. I'm a big Kansas fan, so I watched a lot of him play. There's a lot of similarities to Kawhi, including the bad shot coming out. Kawhi obviously fixed it. Guys fixed their shots. Evan Turner couldn't shoot. Now he can actually shoot a little bit.
Michael Carter Williams still can't shoot.
But he never could.
Well, he didn't fix
Yeah,
it.
but he didn't fix it because he didn't care.
No, I'm just.
He didn't care to fix it. But you can fix it.
You know my feelings on Josh Jackson.
Yeah.
But when the trade went up, and the Fultz came out, it stamped it and the stamp's the word tonight, I guess. But it's stamped that's who they're taking.
No, they're absolutely right. And I don't hate. And this isn't me hating Josh Fultz, and this isn't me hating what that's going to presumably, or not presumably, what that's going to make us. But bad franchises get into the habit of trading up to draft for need as opposed to just taking the best available player. Now, if he's your best available player, then cool. But to me, it seems like you're jumping up to draft for need. Because you need a point guard.
Okay, but what happens when your need is the consensus number one overall pick in the draft?
But he's not a LeBron. He's not a Kyrie type phenom. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you don't know.
And Josh Jackson is?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why? But don't jump up. Stay at 3 and see what falls to you.
But why not? When your consensus 1, it pretty much is a guarantee that you're legit, right?
I'm not sold on him.
Guys like Anthony Bennett work consensus 1s, and they're failures. Okay,
but he was.
Was he though?
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. Relook at the draft. He wasn't.
Well, no, not really looking at it, but that night he was.
To Cleveland, but the other teams no.
Right.
That's all. But
like we're
no shit. I'm right.
I'm just gonna leave you guys.
We're talking about Brian Colangelo, the guy, and I still can't get this draft out of my head. He drafted Andrea Bargnani over LaMarcus Aldridge. You can't make that call.
No, I understand what he did. I understand Bargnani. Okay, I get all that, and that's when you talk about Colangelo from the get that you couldn't land 1.
Right.
But this is consensus with a side of consensus.
Sure.
That who's the number 1 overall pick. No, I think his game translates a lot to D Wade. I really do. The more tape I watch of this kid, the more YouTube videos and everything, just his game is Wade-like. Because he can get to the bucket, and he's not – I'm not going to say he's the quickest guy in the gym, but he's crafty, and them guys translate too. And when you can shoot the basketball in this league, and you got big men to distribute, okay, and you can D it up, you're gonna be a player in this league.
Sure.
And what flaws do you see in his game today that worry you at 1 or put? Listen, I'm a Josh Jackson guy. I get it. At 3, that's who I wanted. But things change.
Yeah.
And you got to allow things to change, Mr. Milakovic. You got to allow the change to happen.
I'm allowing to change.
No, you're not.
I prefaced it with saying I'm okay with it because I know it's what's going to happen. It's not what I would do, though.
You would trade the 1 to get Jackson.
I would not trade. I would have stayed at 3.
You would have stayed at 3 and taken Jackson.
And taken Jackson or whoever was there.
Listen, I get that.
Because Boston says they're going to take the same player they're taking at 3 that they could have taken at 1.
That's a lie.
It is, yes.
Yeah,
you're right.
If anybody believes that, they should stop watching sports.
I'm not saying I believe it.
I'm not saying you should stop watching sports. I'm saying people who just sided with that for 2 seconds should stop watching sports for at least a day. 24-hour break.
Yes.
Shut her down. Go ahead.
But it's still
to me,
I don't even know what you're about.
To me, what this tells me is that Boston wanted Jackson, but they didn't see him as a number 1 overall. So they traded out to a spot where they could still get their guy and picked up another first-rounder for it.
Here's a
I
flip
disagree.
side.
It's even like a guy they even wanted at 1. I just think for them it's like the Sixers knocked with an offer. Like Colangelo said, it started right away that there were some talks going back and forth. Okay? So at that point, to me, it means the Celtics are just trying to continue to do what Danny Ainge likes to do and acquire picks in some way.
Eric,
but if-
Eric
I don't
R
think he had a
says-
guy locked in.
Eric R says he shoots better than Wade, but he sees what you're saying, Tom. Okay?
Yeah, just crafty. I mean,
But if Boston is that close to building what they think is a team to beat Cleveland,
they need a guy who can defend them.
why did they pass on the consensus number one?
Because they're good. They're drafted for need now. So
Right.
why don't you look Danny Ainge in the eyes for a minute? All right, let's look Danny. Hey, Danny.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Dan. Let me look you in the eyes for a minute because what you did is traded back instead of taking the consensus number one overall pick that everybody in the world talks about as one. You get cute because you're scared of the king. Right? He's drafted because he's scared of the king, and Josh Jackson defensively can match up on LeBron James.
Yeah.
Maybe not today. Okay, maybe a year from now, size-wise.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they went for need because Isaiah's there. All right.
But that's the other flip side, though. Is
Who's the other kid? They're going to flip out. Who's Avery Bradley?
Avery Bradley,
So, I mean,
Marcus
they have
Smart.
Yeah, Marcus Smart. So
But
they
Isaiah's
don't need.
owed a lot of money coming up soon.
Come on, Greg. They didn't need him.
But that's what I'm saying. Isaiah's owed a lot of money, so you could effectively replace Isaiah Thomas with Fultz and be cheaper, younger.
But Ainge ain't looking at 2 years down the line.
Imagine what he could have gotten for.
But Danny's not looking there.
Isaiah Thomas is a stud, though.
He's looking right now, Greg. He's
You're
looking
absolutely
right now, and that
But
can get you in
what could
trouble.
you have gotten for Isaiah Thomas right now?
We're not even talking about Isaiah Thomas. We're talking about Jackson, them trading, them acquiring a pick that can't even get him number one, period. Okay, that can land him 2 through 5, whatever. It's all ridiculous, semantics. But at the end of the day, they can only get one out of it, all right? And they traded back for need. It's all you need to know about what Danny Ainge did here. The Sixers, came knocking because they wanted Jackson, and they know they're not going to take him one. So they're telling you that maybe the guy they wanted isn't worth number one to take, and it would make them look bad, so they can acquire a pick, and if he doesn't work out, they can still hold it over heads. That we still acquired. Okay,
Sure.
It's how these idiots
And Greg,
think.
Oh,
I
I agree with you.
addressing.
I like Jackson, by the way, but
Addressing
not
your
one.
other point, though. Isaiah Thomas, last 3
Love it.
seasons,
I love it.
highest scoring average in the fourth quarter and overtime in the NBA.
Translates.
He's clutch.
Translates.
They don't want to give it. They don't want to let him go. Even if you bring in Fultz for cheaper and you trade Thomas for something, they don't want to do that. Thomas is their guy.
And Jaylen Brown's
young
like a
enough to be
2-3-2. I mean, Jaylen Brown's like a swing 2/3
Yeah.
that they drafted last year. So, I mean, they're in a log jam at the guard position, and in no way, shape, or form can they afford to bring in another one right this second because they're all under contract. So, to them, it's like, well, what do we do? Because then I got to either trade all these guys that went to the Eastern Conference Finals, or I just go draft Jackson where I can actually plug and play.
Sure.
And I think that's what Ainge thought. Right, wrong, or indifferent. That's what he thought. Time will tell.
And he got value for it. And,
Time will tell.
And and we did, again, getting back to earlier, we didn't give up a ton. I just, like I said, I prefer Jackson.
Yeah,
That-
but the
in
Lakers
my-
played you a little bit.
The Lakers did play because they didn't think they were taking ball, and Colangelo bit because that's what Colangelo does.
All right, so rattle off the rest of your 10 here then.
So, yeah, I go, and then of
before
course,
you go, Austin Cass and the Phillies lose again. Yep.
Shocker.
Eric Nevis, Phillies are so terrible to watch. Shake my head. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll get into
pretty
that in a
much.
minute. Go ahead, Greg.
So
Top 10.
obviously I got Jackson. Again, it's not happening. I know that, but
Okay.
that's my mock.
All right, go
Right?
ahead. You're allowed. It's your mock.
Yeah, exactly. Ball still goes to L.A.
Okay.
Fultz then goes to Boston.
Right.
Tatum goes to Phoenix. Fox goes to Sacramento.
Okay.
I have Marketing going to Orlando to be the stretch guy with Vucevic.
Okay.
Isaac then going to Minnesota.
Okay.
I have New York rolling the dice with the French point guard. Frank, don't even ask me to try and pronounce
European.
his last name.
Tilakina.
Yeah.
Tilakina.
Hey.
Dennis Smith to Dallas. And I think my steal in the top 10, or my guy I almost like almost as much as Jackson, Zach Collins to Sacramento. I think Zach Collins is another one of those guys that just, when he starts getting his man body, he's going to be a force in this league.
I agree. So you got Sacramento rolling out with Fox and Collins.
And Collins
And-
in the top 10.
Fox is one of my favorite players, and so is Monk in a way. Just because so many guys, when the college career comes to an end, it's okay, cash a check, right? It's over.
Yep.
It is what it is. We lost, right? You see emotion. that translates.
Yeah.
You
No
know,
doubt.
we talked about Fox's translation in terms of
Right.
speed, and then Monk, who I think is really, considers himself the best player in the draft off the ball, off ball screens. So I mean, interesting.
You
Right,
could have
so-
plugged. Sorry, real quick. You
go
could have
ahead.
plugged Monk in there at 8 with the Knicks.
Well, it's interesting that you said that because I was
He
going to
didn't
say
have him in the top 10. He didn't
we,
have him in the top
No,
10.
I don't.
Wow.
we are in agreement on some of these picks, and what's interesting for me is when I did my top 10 mock the night after the lottery, my top 9, even though teams have changed orders, my top 9 is actually not. And I actually, as I went through and I looked at it a couple times, I actually found that to be real interesting. I have Markelle Fultz going at 1, obviously, to the Sixers. Lonzo Ball at 2 to the Lakers. I have Jason Tatum at 3 to the Celtics.
It's not a. I think him and Jackson play the same
Basically,
position,
they're interchangeable.
but they're different because Tatum right now can come in and drop you 20.
Right.
His offensive game translates to the NBA so well. The difference is he doesn't play defense. A la I went to Duke.
Right. So then I have Josh Jackson at 4 to Phoenix. De'Aaron Fox at 5 to Sacramento. Dennis Smith Jr. going at 6 to Orlando.
You have Smith going that high.
I do.
Interesting.
Jonathan, well, because they haven't found a way to replace Victor Oladipo yet. So Jonathan Isaac at 7 to Minnesota.
Yep.
Here's my agreement pick: Malik Monk at 8 to New York, and then I got Frank Ntilikina at 9 to Dallas, and then I have Lauri Markkanen. This is my new pick, my 9 out of 10. Lauri Markkanen at 10 to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's all going to come down to because we all thinking trades are done, and they're not. You know,
you're
it's
absolutely right.
not going to be done. You know, so yeah, I mean,
Good luck with my chicken scratch there, brother.
So you have
Hashtag took notes.
so you have Phoenix taking so you have Sacramento taking Tatum, Phoenix taking Jackson. Well, no, it'd be Boston. I'm sorry, taking Tatum.
Boston takes Tatum.
That could happen too.
Phoenix takes Jackson.
Yeah.
Sacramento comes back and takes Fox.
Yeah, you got Isaac 7 in Minnesota. I like that too. You both had that, right? So that makes him big. You had New York going Monk,
Right.
who I like, and I love Fox 5 to Sacramento. I
Right.
just think that's a steal at 5.
And then down there at 10 to Sacramento, that goes Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, and you
So I'm basically 9 out of my original 10. The order is still intact. It's just you have different teams picking in different slots now.
here's where I think it gets interesting. I know, or from what I've read, Phoenix loves Fox, but Phoenix has so many guards right now they can't almost draft them. But Fox declined the workout in Phoenix.
Well, I think he probably declined the workout because he knows if they draft him, he's coming off the bench.
Right. Or
What'll be interesting, though, is
until they trade Bledsoe
if
or
Eric
whatever.
Bledsoe gets moved on draft night, I think that's a sign that even though he didn't go work out for them,
They
Fox,
still might, yeah.
Fox is their guy. I'll tell you what. For as much as we think we know, tomorrow night's going to be real interesting.
Oh yeah.
No, it always is.
There's
fun.
no question
It
about
always
it.
is fun.
And that's the thing with especially with this draft this year. You have probably, top 10, top 12 guys that could be impact players at the next level. But I don't think there's a star in any of them. I don't think there's a bona fide superstar in any of these guys.
I think if you ask me who has the best chance, I'm gonna roll my dice with Fultz.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. I would probably go Fultz, Jackson. I would go to the top 3. Just because, obviously they're there for a reason.
Lonzo,
but I'm saying there's no LeBron in this draft. There's no, there's no Kyrie in this draft.
Well, because you don't know because things change. Guys get to the next level, and some guys,
Well, there's no projected. Sorry, there's no projected.
Right.
Well, not most. We had that guy last year. You know what I mean? We had that guy who was considered to be at that star level in Ben Simmons, right? Yeah. I think we can all agree there, right?
Well, that's the difference in this year from last year.
Well, no, I'm just making a point. So last year
you're absolutely
we got
right.
that guy, and then we think I'm just thinking in Colangelo's head, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the other. We had the other star,
the phenom.
Okay, and then we have just a real good player, Dario. And man, if I can get the best player in this draft and a scorer, because I think that's what you can say at the end of the day. If you want to hang your hat on one thing about Markelle Fultz, is he can flat out score the basketball.
Yeah.
So you look for translations. Can he translate? Greg, he could be a guy at the end of the day that easily averages 26 and a half a night.
We got a couple comments on the YouTube here. Jacob Bloss, the projections were great. And he says, Isaac and Dennis Smith are sleepers, though, Mike. I don't have them as sleepers. I have them in my top 10.
You're in top 10.
I don't see them being
Well,
sleepers
Mike,
at all.
Isaac is like, he's so raw.
He's so raw, yeah.
I hate that word, but watch him enough, that's who he is.
Yeah.
But he's so goddamn athletic.
And that's why no one knows
Translates.
where he's going to play. Small forward, power forward.
What up, Jose Cologne?
What up?
What up?
What up?
Thanks for joining.
Jose chiming in. Is that Jose from Norristown? I believe it is.
I think it is. What up, Jose?
Eric R. chimes in again, and I like this comment a lot. He says, Fultz and Embiid are your 1-2 punch. It allows Ben to be Ben and Dario to destroy all second units.
Oh, he went 6 man a year.
Testify.
Yeah, I mean, what it sets up is on paper great.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's just, again, I like it. I'm not in love with it. I like it. I'm not in love with it. That's it.
We'll make you fall in love with it.
That's fine. And I hope I do.
It'll be fatal attraction.
And I hope
we'll
I
hold
do.
a knife
I
to your
just
throat and make you fall in love with
Doesn't
it.
it matter
They-
you have
they
a
were-
grinder?
they
Doesn't
were-
it matter you just went and got yourself a grinder, a guy who made himself better?
Yes, it does. Because those guys win.
Okay, well, that's who we went and got.
Yeah, but he didn't win though in college.
Greg, he went there for 1 year.
I
What
get
has
that.
anybody won in college?
I get that,
You want to
but-
go name guys who have won and guys who have not won and their translation
But I
in
want
the
to see.
league?
I want to see guys play meaningful basketball. That's all.
Greg, I get all that, okay? That was my knock on D'Angelo Russell that I thought he came up short in big spots, okay? But Fultz, every night in, night out, did what he had to do.
Can we just do something real quick here?
Yeah.
Let's take the Washington equation out on Markelle Fultz for a second. Where did he go to high school? He went to DeMatha. DeMatha's a freaking basketball
He
factory.
got cut in 10th grade
And he
year.
got cut in 10th grade.
Right.
Who else got cut in 10th grade? The GOAT. The real GOAT, Mr. 23 himself.
Yeah.
But that just shows his work ethic to
It
make
does.
himself a better basketball player.
It does. Or you could say he's a late bloomer.
Which is fine. I'll take it. 19 years old. I'm all in.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the team blew in Washington. Now, you want to question why he went there? We could. That's a conversation we can have then.
Yeah. It's-
Well,
I mean, how much money he get?
Yeah, I mean, why'd you go there? But at the end of the day, I'm not mad at him for going. You know,
No, I just again, I would like to have seen him play, and I did actually watch him on like Bob Brookover. I just would have liked to see him play a little bit more meaningful basketball, where his team wasn't getting blown out and he had to score just to keep him in the game.
Well, the story on Washington is the coach at Washington was the first guy in on him as a junior. And when all these other schools were kind of like lukewarm on him, the guy at Washington basically put the piece of paper on the table and said, "You're my guy." And just out of loyalty, he said, "You know what? You were first in. I'm sticking with it."
I like that kind of guys. That's guys you freaking build around, Greg. We're just trying to sell you here.
Let's go.
We're just here to sell you.
It's going to get sold tomorrow when he's the pick.
No, but sell you on what we think this all projects to.
Jacob Bloss, if Fultz went to Kentucky or another big school, there's no question he's the number one pick. There's no question he's the number one pick now.
Well, yeah, because there is no question. He is.
Yeah. No, but yeah, if he went to a Kentucky, but sometimes it's nice to see these kids try to go to these, not powerhouse schools and see if they can win. But there's just nothing around them to win. So
and even what are you going to bring up? Ben Simmons, he didn't win anything either, but at least he played in the SEC. At least he played some meaningful basketball where they
what's
played
your Lonzo's
defense.
knock then?
There's a lot of knocks on.
Well,
Lonzo.
I mean, I'm just making a point there. I mean, if we're going to break down Pac-12 players, that's fine. Softness. I mean, I'll buy into that a little
definitely.
bit. But listen, man, when you
a
score,
little bit of Charmin on the West Coast.
yeah, but when you score, you score.
Oh, I agree.
So, and that is Jose from Norristown.
What
and
up?
He said Phillies lose again in extra innings. Yo, Austin Cass.
Did we just inherit him from Tony Bruno?
Yeah, well,
I like it.
We should inherit everybody from everybody.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
We're like stepdaddies. Yeah, everybody stepdaddy. Austin Cass, you see that's tough. I do like Stauskas. I think either TJ or Barrows have to go. If you think about it too, Ben Simmons could be a point guard as well through Fultz coming in. So,
All right, let me get on to some Phils.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm not locked into TJ or Jared, though they can go whenever they want.
yeah, they can go.
Actually, this is a real good point, too, with Fultz and Washington. He also thought DeJounte Murray and Marquise Chris were staying. Fair point.
Yeah, fair.
All right, so Phil's roster shuffle. Dive into it.
Well, Ken Perkins, couple of knocks, his first Major League RBI tonight.
Got his first hit.
Yeah.
A dribble up the middle.
The guy
Batted a leadoff hole.
Yeah. Well, he was batting leadoff all season at Lehigh Valley. I mean, this is a kid, and I know you're on the Nick Williams train, and so am I, to be honest with you. We can get into a little more of this as we dig a little deeper into this. I think Cam Perkins is not the sexy name, but you can't say he wasn't deserving.
Sure.
I mean, he's 10th in the International League in hitting, first in on-base percentage, first in doubles, can play all three outfield positions, average to above average arm, average to above average speed, 2 hits and an RBI tonight. He's going to get regular playing time. And this is a guy who, at every level in the Phillies system, all he's done is everything they've asked him to do. He's not going to be spectacular. Nick Williams could come up, and Nick Williams could be a 10-time All-Star. Cam Perkins is going to be the guy who every year bats 280, 290, 300 with a dozen homers, 60, 70 RBIs, and he's going to play wherever you need him to play.
So he's Raul Ibanez.
Maybe a little less pop, but it's a good name.
But that's an okay.
But it's a good name.
But
yeah.
that you need those guys.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I mentioned, you know, everyone's the wrong guys came up. Well, let's just be happy that guys came up.
Exactly.
You know, beggars can't be choosers in this situation. We wanted Saunders gone, he's gone.
Right.
Gomez, we always wondered every time he went in the game, why is he in the game?
Right.
So he had to go.
Right.
It's just a shame we couldn't trade him last year when he was actually pretty decent.
No, you're absolutely right.
So, you're right. To your point, are the guys the sexy names? No. But you're not going to see the sexy names till after July.
Right.
Till August.
The pitcher they brought up, Milner, is straight out filthy against left-handers.
Do this shit again.
My question with that is, why in the world do you bring up a left-handed specialist when your entire bullpen pretty much sucks? Why not just bring up the best relief pitcher they have down there?
It's just the most disgusting thing I've ever witnessed in my life, honestly.
The Phillies?
Yeah, you can try to bring me Cam Perkins up and try to sell me on some horse shit. You can take Cam Perkins and shove him up your ass. All right, Matt Clintack. I mean that because.
If you want to direct that to Clintack, I'm fine with it.
Not Cam Perkins.
But let's be real.
Cam Perkins is fine. He's a guy deserving to come up. But it's just Alfaro not up. Williams not up. Like Daniel Navas still on the roster. Them things are just like things that would annoy me. That's all.
Here it is.
It's not
Tommy.
the Perkins
Here
situation.
it is. You know what Cam Perkins was? Cam Perkins was safe.
Yeah,
he was safe.
It's bullshit.
But
yeah, because he can hit, he can
this
swing
would have been
it.
a perfect Roman Quinn spot, but again, Roman Quinn can't stay healthy.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Lack of availability.
I
you're
think
right.
this is the
it
spot.
would have been Roman Quinn if he was healthy.
Because he's been up before, so this would have been a spot where, all right, Roman, you're going to get regular bats. You can bat lead off with Caesar gone. You can bat lead off. Let's roll. But he's hurt again.
Is this true? Sorry to change subjects. Where did I just see that? Did we just sell? Did we just where to say? When we just broke the team record for season tickets? Is that true?
For the Sixers?
Eric Neves? Yeah.
It's possible.
Pop Montanez. Do our Sixers make the finals in 2020 with everyone healthy?
2020, so that's
2020.
what, 4 years, 3 years away? Why not?
What, 17, 8? That'd be 3 years.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, LeBron's going to be, 40 by that time?
He'll be old.
Well, NBA 2K17, if you play Generations, projects him at 2020 with Ben Simmons as the MVP.
Mike Cassidy says yes. 14,000? I guess season ticket.
Holy smokes.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Wow. Unreal.
But Philly's not a basketball city, though, right?
Yeah, everybody can shove that up.
Really? Because we have six major colleges and an NBA team playing hoops here, and it's not a basketball city.
Yeah, and none of those Phillies.
And oh, by the way, the Division II.
Ask Tawana that.
Yeah, the Division II school that goes by the name Philadelphia University has the most revered college coach of all time.
Yeah.
So
Did Tawana tell you that?
I mean,
Tawana told me a lot.
Austin Cats 14,000 and more.
There we go.
And Eric Neves said, yeah, just got the ESPN alert earlier. Nice.
Wow.
Sweet. Good for them. Means it's going to be a tough ticket.
We back.
Lock all windows and doors.
Yeah, lock them up. Hold on, Abba. We're coming in for a landing. Zoom off's the best.
We could keep Molly around. That's
Molly,
nice.
yeah, great.
Molly.
Good follow on the gram, too.
Oh,
Definitely.
Or to quote
Solid
the,
follow on the
quote-
A lot of good follows on the gram.
Yeah.
Right?
quote the great Tom McGinnis. Are you kidding me?
I love Tom.
Tommy.
Like, he's
Tommy
the-
does it on the radio solo.
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
Dude, and he has money.
And all he has is him and a producer, and he just flat out crushes it.
killed
Well, they
it.
tried to
On
give
the
him a
radio.
color. They tried to give him a color guy one year. They had Todd McCullough working with him.
Well, it's
And McCullough actually knows his stuff, but McGinnis can't. He just can't work with somebody.
Yeah.
He's like the Vin Scully of basketball.
Dude flies. It's
dude. He's phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
amazing. But yeah. So back to the Phils. After another blown save, is it sweeps chimed in too about something I've been saying for since I don't know, it's forced start. When's the time to move Velasquez to the closer spot too?
Don't we have to figure out first what's wrong with his arm? Do we?
He's throwing a bullpen tomorrow.
Is he? Okay. So, I mean, yeah, let's first get him healthy, but what else we got to lose?
Right.
Games?
Yeah.
Might as well season him. Like, let him get out. Yeah, why not? I mean, would you the only thing, though, is he was that power arm in your rotation. Like we talked last week. We typically don't have that power arm in the system, whether it's in the bullpen, whether it's in the rotation. Now, he does have power arm. That now come with arm fatigue because he's pumping out 98. But then again, he's only going 5 innings. So
I would rather have him go 1 inning 5 days a week than 5 innings 1 day a week.
oh no, there's no question about it. I just think it's just a matter of when they make the change as well.
Yeah. I just don't understand how they don't see that he's their future closer.
Well, I just think you gave up a lot. Well, I guess you didn't really give up a lot to get him.
He was
But
a freaking closer.
but I just
Yeah,
but at that time, I mean,
He was
Giles isn't even closing right now, is he?
Yeah.
He is now. He didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, he came as part of a package. So I mean,
But
you
it-
gave up a lot, but you did get a decent amount.
with
in
a guy
return.
like that, though, you give him every chance to start to see if you have that Syndergaard and whatever
Right.
guy in the rotation blowing by people. But it's just you're right. I just don't seem it doesn't seem to be working out for him.
Well, I'm not trying to put the cart before the horse here because if you look at the numbers still look real bad. But Markelle and Jake Thompson down at AAA, both of them look like they're starting to figure it out.
I saw that with Appel through his best start of his pro career the other day.
Yeah, I mean, Appel's gone something like 23 or 24 innings, and he's only given up 1 run. Thompson went 8 scoreless the other night with 10 strikeouts. So,
How much different does that haul look if Appel actually turns out to be something?
it's unbelievable.
I mean, that haul turns into just. I mean, you stamped that with a win. I mean, we stamped it with a win already.
Yeah, of course.
But like you double, triple if we're on the stamping tonight.
Stamping's
Well,
been
if you
a
get
trend.
if Velasquez turns into a closer and Appel falls into his spot in the rotation and is actually productive, it's a huge W.
Yeah,
Huge.
there's no doubt.
But I know getting back to the whole thing with Cameron Perkins and Hoby Milner, obviously they're guys that are safe. The guys we want to see, the Nick Williams, the Alfaros, the Hoskins, the Cousins, Quinn, Crawford. I mean, Crawford's been a little banged up. We know Quinn's on the DL. Hoskins is an issue where they don't want to have to put him on the 40-man yet. But
That
you know
same
what?
thing with Kingery too. I totally forgot about.
Right. I mean,
You
they
don't put-
they want Kingery to do some time at AAA first. Okay, fine. Move him up. But there's no reason. I mean, if we want to just get into guys right now, there's no reason that Alfaro shouldn't be on this Major League roster and Cameron Rupp should be, back in Texas running the plow somewhere.
Sure.
Okay? I mean, if you're worried about Hoskins and not wanting to add him to the 40-man, okay, fine. Get him up next year. But Cousins, he's on the 40-man. I don't need to have Daniel Nava here. Nick Williams is on the 40-man. I don't need to have Daniel Nava here. The thing that I worry about with Nick Williams, and I might be stretching a little bit here, but when they made that Cole Hamels trade, he wasn't the one they wanted. They wanted Nomar Mazara. They settled for Nick Williams. Nick Williams came into this organization and hit the absolute cover off the ball for a half a season at Double-A. Went to Triple-A, and basically last year his shit caved in. And all he's been doing this whole year is trying to make up for last year. Now, by all reports, he's been a model citizen at AAA. He's still hitting the shit out of the ball, or he's hitting the shit out of the ball again. Strikeouts are a problem, fine. They want him to work on his plate discipline, fine. But I just got to wonder, is it a situation with this kid that no matter what he does, he's not their guy? And if so, that's wrong.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They didn't want him. He was the consolation prize to Texas saying, no, you're not getting Mazara.
Well, they basically said if you're taking Alfaro, you're not getting Mazara.
Yeah.
Right.
That was your guy. Mazara was the one you wanted. I was all
and
over it.
Profar. I wanted both.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would have gave up some more to get both of them. But, was Derek Fisher in the Giles deal?
No.
Sweeps was saying that Derek Fisher's got called up. Wasn't he in the Giles
No,
deal?
I believe Derek Fisher was at one time in the Phillies organization,
Just
but I don't
wasn't part
think
of that deal.
I don't think he was in the Giles deal, because the Giles deal was Giles and Harold Arouse, and one of the guys that came back from Houston was also an Arouse, and they were like third cousins or something like that. Like,
that's fine.
Guy actually got traded for like his third cousin.
That's fine.
But if the theory you're throwing out there is true, you can't be a general manager of a major league program or a team having that type of mindset. You know what I mean? Now, it very well could be, but I can't fathom that we would have a general manager and other higher execs that have a straight out dislike and disdain for a player who is tearing the cover off the ball.
Well, it's interesting to me because if you peel off that top layer and you look, I mean, with all the stuff that happened with Nick Williams at AAA last year, I mean, the Iron Pigs were a good team, and Dave Brundage got fired. And they pulled Dusty Wathan up from AA to AAA and basically told Dusty, look, these guys won under you 2 years ago. You need to get this figured out. And every guy who played well under Dusty Wathan at AA, with the exception right now of J.P. Crawford, who is slowly coming out of it, every guy's performed. So, do I agree that there was some stuff that went down with Nick Williams last year? I absolutely do, but I have to wonder how much of that was just him butting heads with the manager versus him being a problem himself. And going back to that theory is that if it was just him butting heads with the manager, even if he's not your guy, the numbers don't lie.
Right.
And the guy's hitting .290 with like 17 or 18 homers. Like it's basically, if you look at the International League stats, homers is Hoskins, Cousins, Williams, 19, 18, 17. I mean, they just rake. And the guy strikes out a lot. Okay.
Most guys who
Most
hit
guys,
the ball out of the
yeah,
ballpark
most guys,
do.
Power hitters
exactly.
do, yeah.
Most power hitters do. Now, because he's got speed, they want him on base more, and that's fine. I get that. But at this point, I'll put him in left field over Daniel Nava and not think twice about it. I have no problem with them running a 4 outfielder rotation of Williams, Perkins, Herrera, and Altair. And I'm perfectly fine with that.
Here's a quick thought. You have all these guys that are busting at the seams, right?
Right.
So you figure Kendrick is gone. I mean, dude's batting 340.
Oh, he's going to get traded.
Everybody wants him now.
It wouldn't surprise me if he got traded tomorrow.
The Yankees want him to potentially play third base. The Red Sox have interest, especially if he plays third base. Nava, you're right. What is Nava doing here? Well, Nava's trying to potentially just fill a major league spot for one of these guys till they're ready. And yes, they are ready.
The thing that Nava has going for him is he's a switch hitter.
Yes.
Basically.
So, but that only frees up one spot because Nava's on the bench right now. So Kendrick only frees up a spot. You think they trade Altair or Herrera to fill up another spot and then totally remake that whole outfield?
They very well could.
They could. They absolutely could.
And Bob won another Vesna tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Did he really?
Yeah,
Who's
that's
that
I
guy?
just saw that. Yeah.
That's freaking
Who's
fun.
that guy?
That's freaking fun.
That
Should
son
still
of
be
a
a
bitch.
player.
That son of a bitch.
That
Yeah.
Fucking
Paul
Paul
Holmgren.
Holmgren, yeah. You jerk
Thank-
off.
thanks,
and then
Homer.
you got a raise in a corner office out of it, too, you piece of shit. Unbelievable.
Hey,
What the Flyers organization does for each other is amazing. It just was hopefully it changed a little bit, but the over loyalness of the Flyers got to a point of made you want to throw up a little bit.
The good news is at least the failure in the playoffs, he's from Philly because, he brought that to Columbus, so he still hasn't won in the playoffs. It's great he won the Vezina.
What about Stanton? Eric Nevis says Stanton.
That rumor is crazy. So let's go back to that. That rumor out there, Stanton and Yelich.
Right, but here's the thing: if you're going Stanton and Yelich, you're going to have to part with Cousins, Hoskins, probably Herrera, and maybe Alfaro.
No.
I'm not giving up Alfaro.
No, because I don't need the extra because they got to unload the money.
They got to loan the money. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Their backs against the wall. I agree with you. Everybody else, cool. If I could throw in Jake Thompson too, I don't care. You're right. I think I do balk at Alfaro, because that's maybe just because of the position of need.
Well, and that's Miami's weakest spot is catcher.
Right.
So,
but you're right because they're not going to come after Crawford because you got Hechavarria.
They get Herrera under. They get Herrera under a cheap deal.
Cheap deal, and he'll thrive in Miami.
Yeah. Oh,
He will thrive down there.
As Schmitty would say, he's back home.
Yeah.
moving on.
But that was an
I love
that is an
Herrera, though,
interesting-
but I would move him in a second
that is
because
an
Christian Yelich is my
interesting-
favorite baseball player.
Interesting rumor, and yes, I agree. Yelich is an absolute star.
I don't care about Sand. I'm giving up all the prospects for Yelich.
For Yelich.
Sand's just fun to have with him.
Yeah.
Bring on 35, 40 in this park.
And
Because Yelich is a stud.
You got Stanton's huge deal, and yes, we can do that. We have the money. But the best thing about it is Yelich is reasonably under control till 2020. He doesn't have a huge contract attached to him.
Right.
And I think that's why the Phillies, and rightfully so, you don't take Stanton without taking Yelich.
In this ballpark, if Stanton is healthy for a full season, he hits 55 homers.
And he's pegging people out in Ashburn Alley waiting for a cheesesteak.
No question.
In the back of the head, there's gonna have to be EMTs on staff.
Can I get us to take all three? Can we play this game? I want to play a little game for you.
Okay.
Right?
Do it.
Because I said earlier on, and I got crushed by this a little bit by my partner, but that Miami's outfield was the best in baseball, in my opinion. The most talented, you could make an argument about talented outfield in baseball, and I was really basing it on Ozuna and Yelich because I think we all know who Stanton is. So I'm just saying them two complete it.
I'm not the biggest Ozuna fan, but I understand where you're. No, I understand
I
where
know.
you're coming from.
He flat out raked.
Yes, he does. He hits. I'm just.
You have other outfields that have a superstar,
Yeah.
but you don't have other outfields you thought Pittsburgh, but until suspension hurt that a little bit.
The one that I would say is probably close, and I think Miami still has them beat because of the inexperience, would be Mookie Betts, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Andrew Benintendi
Real good.
in Boston.
Yeah,
Real good.
It's a solid outfield.
Real good, but Mookie, Pop, Jackie, right? He's not hitting well compared to Miami's outfield.
Guy hitting 35 straight last year, though. I mean, he could swing the stick.
Well, he's struggling. I mean, what's he batting this year? I mean, I think he's batting at least 260.
He's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm not arguing that Jackie Bradley can't play. But yeah, that's a solid. I mean, that's a solid core because you got Mook.
Yeah.
Right.
And then who else? Then you could go Washington because you have Harper.
Yep, Harper.
And Worth.
And
If you
we're
want-
still solid.
Yeah, but
Still
you know what
solid.
though? I mean, if you have a healthy Worth and a healthy Adam Eaton,
Adam Eaton is a game changer down there.
but he's done for the year.
So that hurts him.
That hurts him.
But on paper, still.
Oh yeah,
on paper.
still absolutely.
And even to your, even
It's
to Boston's on paper,
it's
because of
amazing.
what you think Jackie Bradley is, it's a damn good outfield.
Well, and Robbie's team. I mean, the way that was configured last night, Cespedes in left, Conforto in center, and Jay Bruce in right.
It's
a damn good
It's
outfield.
a good outfield.
You look at
I still take Miami.
the raw talent
Oh,
of
I do too.
Miami,
love Miami.
I do too.
It's
and you just wonder how they're not better.
I'll blow Yelich. I mean, I think that's what it just came down to. I would blow Yelich.
But we have Christian.
And I'm married, man.
But we have
what I'll do for the Phillies.
Right, but we have Christian Yelich. It's Mickey Moniak.
Yeah, but why not take 2?
You know what? I'll give you Moniak for Yelich. I'll put him in a deal.
Oh, when do I sign off?
Yeah, right.
To know
There's
a guy
3
that
years-
could do it now, pretend, compared to potential.
Yeah,
I'd
I think
that.
the guy does it now all the
dude's
time.
3-4 years away.
Yeah, I take it now all the time. But if you
We
can get
just call Miami, right, and be like, we'll take Ozuna, Yelich, and Stanton, we'll give you 6 of our best prospects. The only thing we keep is Alfaro.
And we still probably have a top 10 farm system.
And guess what? I don't even need to give you 6. I'll give you 5. Okay, because I'm taking a huge contract off your damn hands, and Herrera.
I'll give you Herrera, Altair, and pick a 4 out of the 6. Out of this 6 group, you pick 4. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like that.
I'll give
2 big
you
leaguers.
2 big leaguers.
Start.
All right,
Yep.
so give him Altair and Herrera, and then the only other untouchable in the organization is Alfaro.
It's exactly it. Yeah, he's not in my 6. I give you. You can take 4 out of.
I'm on board.
So
I'm
in that 6, Hoskins, Cousins,
Crawford.
yeah, whoever.
Actually, hold on. Let me back up
I
the
don't-
train.
maybe not
Let me back
Crawford.
up the train a minute. 2 untouchables, Alfaro and Kingery.
That's fine. And then you throw some pitching in there. Thompson,
Appel.
JP's
Eflin, any of
fallen
them.
that much, huh? Wow.
I love him, but
Who?
I love him. But if
Crawford,
I'm going to get
he would be
Giancarlo
untouched.
Stanton for him,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just you have to give up something to get something at times.
Yeah.
plus you're kind of to the point you made earlier. You're kind of banking on they don't want him because they have Echeverria.
Okay, but listen, isn't like Miami's outfield would all be, 27 and under?
Yeah.
How old is Giancarlo? 27?
And he's the oldest.
He's the oldest.
Well, documented. Who knows?
Yeah, well, Ozuna could be 42.
He could. And honestly, what's
Still take him.
right? But here's the thing.
Danny Almonte.
That's who it was.
That's great. That's a great reference. That's an awesome name drop.
That's the deal.
But in all seriousness, though, because of Stanton's injury history, though, you're actually kind of actually dealing from a position of strength because you're saying we understand the injury risk with this guy. We're going to take his salary off your books. So work with us a little bit here.
Yeah, and there's not many teams that can take his salary.
No, how old is he?
Stan's 27, Ozuna's 26, and Yelich is 25.
I didn't think.
Right in a row.
Like
Give me 'em all.
we're one of the few franchises that can legitimately take
He
that
on a
contract.
contract on, yeah. And still be able to
and not
sign.
blink.
No, and still be able to sign and still be able to say, oh, Machado?
Yeah.
Right? And then you go there. And then it's like, oh, did you just create a powerhouse that quick? Just by moving
Super
prospects? By moving some prospects and then, boom, sign a free agent when he hits the market? And then you worry about, hopefully you have enough young pitching.
They'll be winning games 10-7, but
Yeah.
Right.
You move Vasquez to your closer, okay? And you hope some of these young arms can get it done because you're going to hit.
Yeah.
All right? You know what I mean?
Jeez.
Oh,
Man.
Daddy, would I want to face that?
Oh.
Would I not want to face that? So, Flyers, we'll get into that right now. Who goes to? I don't know. I don't have a
Well, we got our
I don't
hockey,
have a clue about it.
our hockey happy hour guy in the room. Rob Hoby on the ones and twos.
It's between Nico and Nolan, of course. Nolan Patrick,
Right.
Nico
He's
Hischier.
here.
I actually listened to Bob McKenzie pronounce the name about several hundred times before the end of the show.
Go ahead. Give the proper pronunciation out.
Hischier.
He's here.
Yes. But ultimately, the decision's probably not going to be the Flyers because Devils are going number 1. They would be full. I mean, if they're crazy enough, they could address a need, and their blue line is a need. And there's a couple, good names in this draft. Miro, Heiskanen, Kale Malker. They might be brazen enough. Ray Shero might be brazen enough to either go with that defenseman at 1 or trade down. And then you have another team like, say, Vancouver, for example, that needs in center work that can come in and will grab one of these guys. So ultimately, the decision's not going to be the Flyers. Either one will fit a need, and that's a top 6 guy.
You had me scared for a second. I thought you were talking about the Flyers' need is the blue line, and I'm like,
We just spent a lot of money. We just spent a lot of money on the blue line.
We did. No, but I think
With
you're
the
exactly
Devils,
right.
yeah.
We're in a great position. This isn't Patrick Kane, JVR again, to where when we missed out on one, there was a big drop to 2.
Right. And neither of these two guys, don't get it twisted, neither of them are the Austin Matthews and the Connor McDavids that we've seen, Jack Eichels.
won the heart.
Yes.
McDavid.
Mm-hmm. So but they're a half a step down. I mean, you got a good two-way guy in Nolan Patrick. His big concern is he only played 11 games last year due to a sports hernia. So there's a little bit of injury concern. The scouts have put that to bed. But I don't know. When you're drafting, and let's say, for example, the Devils do go with a defenseman in one, and then you have the choice there, my choice will be Nico there. No doubt about it, because you don't have the injury concern. Both of the guys can light the lamp. Now, you lose the two-way aspect with Nolan Patrick, but see, with Nico, he could be a good playmaker and a high goal scorer in this league, putting up 50 goals. He goes at the net hard and has a wicked backhand, and we've seen that become really popular in this NHL.
Robbie, let me ask you a question about that with Nolan Patrick. I think the two sports where you really see a lot of what we'll call lineage superstars are baseball and hockey. And we know Nolan Patrick has the bloodline. I mean, his dad, Steve Patrick, played 3 or 4 seasons for the Sabres. His uncle, James Patrick, played forever for the Rangers. And to me, I mean, if I have the choice, if they're comparable players, understanding that they're different players, but if they're comparable, how much do you buy into the bloodline?
I do a lot because of the pure athleticism that you get in genetics. I mean, you look at Nolan Patrick, 6'3" guy. Now, mind you, he's 198 pounds, 6'3" guy, so he's got some muscle to do, which, you know, that'll probably delay his arrival to the NHL. He's got to fill into that man's body a little bit more, get seasoned. But, no, I think there is a lot to that. He's already shown great discipline. Like I said, great two-way player, great in face-offs. And the advantage with him, Flyers going with him, is that now you have the possibility to move Giroux around. And moving Giroux around and not being able to be targeted by the other team, which we've seen him be just taken out of games, you don't even see him playing, right? Where you can move him down to maybe center between Shen and Simmons on the second line, or move him to wing with a Nolan Patrick in center and Travis Konechny.
Okay,
That'd
so
be a fabulous line.
we talked a little bit off the air, before the show started, where we were saying that worst case scenario is Nolan Patrick becomes another Sean Couturier. And obviously the second pick in the draft is probably too high to spend on another Couturier. But what do you think his ceiling is in terms of goals or a comparable player?
That's a good question. I mean, going back and seeing what he's put up for Braden, I believe he played for Braden, the Wheat Kings.
Brendan Wheat Kings.
Yes. I mean, 20 to 30 goals, maybe an additional 40 assists. I mean, his first his first full year, he had the 50-goal season. It was Nico that had the 38-goal season. So they're very comparable. I just think Nico's the more sexier pick. And so I think the Devils could be doing us a favor by going with Nolan Patrick, because now he's the versatile guy. You could put him around, and he could probably, if he comes into camp next year and just is the best player in camp, he can make this team next year. I don't think you can say the same about Nolan Patrick.
Interesting.
What about possibly trading the pick as Pop Montanez chimes in?
See, I don't like it because you can draft in that position to immediately fill what this team needs, and that's a top 6 guy. Trading down would necessitate, like, you want to build your goaltender situation, your defensive situation. There's plenty of young goalies in this system. I mean, they just got Carter Hart last year, who was arguably one of the best junior players, damn near willed Canada to winning the junior championship.
He's phenomenal in that.
Well, 3 in the system, or 4 in the system, right?
Yeah.
Stolars, Lyon,
Stolars is
Sandstrom, and Carter Hart.
Yep. And then there's also a Russian goaltender that the name's fleet in my mind, too. He got him in the same draft with Sandstrom. So, I mean, they're very deep in goaltender. But Hexie said he may not be abashed. You can never have enough goaltenders.
Yeah, I heard the trade for Fleury at 2, and I'm like, no, please no, not for Fleury. We're way past this.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Stolars all year
Yeah.
and have him struggle than to bring in the Flower.
Just like I'm way past hockey.
See, both of these guys, like I said before, They're not a generational type player like you got with Matthews and Connor McDavid, but they could be stars in this league because, let's face back, you get in this current day, hockey. In this current day, if you put up 70 points or plus, you're in this league.
Sure.
Guys can easily do that. I just more playmaker and goal scoring ability with Nico. Nolan Patrick's just going to be that. It's tough. This one article I was reading from a guy from NHL.com said, I can't compare him to anybody, but the closest thing is potential Patrice Bergeron, which all young two-way centers are.
Yeah.
He's the gold standard.
Steven Botcher, Patrick equal Towels with lower ceiling. Nico equal Datsuk, I'm sorry, different styles. I prefer the scoring over the defense, especially because I love our goalie.
Yeah, that's spot on.
So Pop wants to know, say, which one of the two do we take? Guys, who are you taking?
I'll defer to Rob on this one. Go ahead, Robbie.
If you have the choice, which I don't think they'll have, they're going to take whoever the Devils don't take in this scenario. But if they do have the choice, I think they're going to go Nolan Patrick.
I think it's pretty safe, yeah. Because I think Hexie likes those Sean Couturier like. And Couturier is starting to become an absolute superstar.
Oh, one last thing, too. By drafting one of these two centers, now Couturier is solidly your third-line center where he thrived last year.
Right. Or it opens up a potential move with Giroux.
Right.
Like move out of town. Not necessarily move around the lineup. Potentially trade and see what you. I'm not saying.
No, I mean
I want it gone.
Yeah, he's got a no movement clause though, so he'd have to it'd actually have to be a team that he'd want to go to.
Yeah.
Now, see, here's what's interesting,
But
Rob.
he's getting paid no matter what.
Agreed. I agree with you that the pick is Nolan Carroll.
Patrick.
Good Lord. Too much Eagles talk on this show. But, no, right. I agree with you that if Hexie's making the pick, it's Nolan Patrick. If it's me making the pick and I have those two that drop into my lap, I'm actually taking Nico.
I'm right with you. Spot on.
All right, so there's our hockey talk. There's who's going at 2 over the weekend for the NHL draft.
You don't have a pick?
Give me fucking Patrick.
Bon voyage, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare to Vegas. By the way, he got picked as the Flyers.
When we go on a road trip to Vegas?
Let's go.
Hey, Robbie, do you have the rundown on who Vegas actually wound up taking?
I do. I can roll through it.
Yeah,
if you guys
roll
got
through
the
it real
time.
quick. Yeah, we got a couple minutes.
All right. Sorry, I had it fed up here. Start alphabetical order. The Ducks, they got Clayton Stoner. And that was part of an agreement where they traded or they said don't touch Vatanen, who they left unprotected, and I forget, and another player. You guys grabbed Stoner, and they gave him a young prospect defenseman, too. Just be like, don't touch our guys.
Nice.
I like how you can pull that off in hockey. Arizona Coyotes, they got Timo Pukinen got picked from there. Colin Miller from the Bruins. William Carrier from the Buffalo Sabres. They also received a 6th-round pick from the Sabres as well. Derek Englund from the Flames. Connor Brickley from the Hurricanes. And I knew this was the pick they were going to grab. Young defenseman from Chicago, Travis Van Riemsdyk. Good young talent in this league.
That was one of the first ones leaked.
Yep.
Like
I was actually surprised he wasn't protected.
Yes,
Okay.
agreed. Their first pick of goaltender was a big surprise to me. They got Calvin Pickard, a backup from Colorado. You had William Karlsson from the Blue Jackets. Cody Eakin from the Stars. That's another great.
It's another name.
Yep. Tomas Nosek from the Red Wings. Griffin Reinhart from the Oilers. Jonathan Marchessault from the Florida Panthers. Good forward there.
Another name.
Yep. Defenseman Braden McNabb from the Los Angeles Kings. I think there's a relation to an Eagle there.
There is.
Yes. Cousins, I believe. This is one of their better pickups, too, which makes me think they can be quite competitive in their first year. Eric Holla out of Minnesota. Let's see here. As of now, it's not solidified with the Montreal Canadiens, but they're talking about taking Alexei Yemelin. James Neal, former Penguin, now Nashville Predator, well, actually now Golden Knight, select another previously good high goal scorer in this league. A defenseman I'm not familiar with from New Jersey, John Merrill. Here is a sneaky pick from the Islanders. This is the guy I've been following in fantasy hockey for a while because I'm in a dynasty league. J.F. Berube, good young goaltender, and Isles had a plethora of goaltenders, much like the Flyers, so they had to leave him unprotected, and they swooped him up. From the Rangers, they got Oscar Lindbergh. The Senators, they got Mark Methot. Flyers, as I said, they grabbed Bellemare. Their third goaltender that they could select in this draft, Marc-Andre Fleury from the Penguins. I think a lot of us suspected that the Pens would be willing to lose him with Matt Murray taking over the reins. The Sharks, they got we're in the S is great. David Schlemko, defenseman. St. Louis Blues winger David Perron, another good player in this league. Continues on from the Lightning. They grabbed Jason Garrison. The Maple Leafs, they got forward Brendan Lipsick. Former Flyer Luca Spiza comes from Vancouver to Vegas.
I still wish he was on the Flyers.
Yeah, I love the way he played. He didn't work out. He wasn't as good as the hype, talent-wise, but I did like his game. The Capitals, they got defenseman Nate Schmidt. Winnipeg, they got Chris Thornburn. And that is it.
How about Donovan McNabb, the former quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles? Because I believe that McNabb, who went in the expansion draft, I believe is a third cousin.
Second or third, yeah.
And then his nephew, Darnell Nurse, plays for Edmonton.
Yeah.
So the quarterback has got two relatives in the NHL. Go figure. Good for them.
That's why I was questioning it, because I knew Nurse was his cousin, and I was like, maybe
McNabb. Nurse is his nephew.
Oh, nephew, pardon me, yeah.
No, you're good.
Yep.
But, yeah, I mean, it's, again, athletic bloodlines, like we were talking about with Nolan Patrick. I mean, if you go through that, you go through that Nolan Patrick, family. I mean, it's his dad and his uncle. His mom was like a college volleyball player. His sister plays college hockey. So
it's the Jake Taylor plan. He wanted to hook up with Rene Russo and put out swimmer kids.
There you go. It's awesome.
I call it the Jake Taylor plan.
Did you even read Moby Dick?
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. So, real quick, we got like 2 minutes left. I got to give a shout-out to my boys, Pennsbury Falcons, PIAA Class 6A state champions at Penn State on Friday. Long-ass day. Game started 5 hours after the original start time. A big 1-0 walk-off. I'll tell you what, the best part about it was they beat Dallastown. And here's the crazy thing. So the 6A final had a team from Dallastown, and the 4A final had a team from Dallas area. And they're both towns in Pennsylvania. We need to be done with this. Right. Meanwhile, Rob's over there like, Dallas.
Scratching my head over here.
Me likey.
Usually football comes from down there, not baseball.
All right, so if you coming in late, we talked NBA draft. Talking about is the process over with the addition of Markelle Fultz. Greg, Mike gave their top 10. I dissected. We talk a little Phillies roster shuffle. Talk Flyers, whole number 2 overall pick. What they'll do there. You can go back and listen here, right on Facebook, or go over to the YouTube channel and catch it all there as well.
Best thing, it's always available.
Always available.
Yes, Never
goes
away.
away. So, thank you to BMW of Atlantic City. Thank you to our Wednesday night show sponsor, Gibson Mayer LLC. Our certified public account. Make them yours. Find on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Soapstash LLC, Sports Outlet Inc., Scanzano Sports, Tom Renone, Michael Mataraki, Greg Milakovic, Rob Hoby on the 1s and 2s. Tom,
Mike,
AM,
in the PM.
see you next week.
Peace.